What's up, guys? Perfectly Techno here, and we are back with Bitch, Crits, and Cat and Halfwits. That's right, everyone.
I'm not a monkey.
I got stuck between saying Bitch, Crits, and Halfwits, and it's cow time, motherfuckers.
Moo.
Bits, crits, and catwits is the
Bits,
one where
crits, and
Elliot gets so frustrated with all of us that he just turns us all into cows.
I mean,
Cows,
Bitch, Crits,
cows,
and
and
Cat.
more cows.
Bitch, Crits, and Catwits does work, considering, I wear cat ears like half my fucking stream.
This is the first stream that we've done with BCH in the new layout. It looks so good.
I know, it does look
You're
really
right.
good.
Look at Elliot's sandy desert home.
Oh, I like how you put the map in the bottom right.
The best place to go.
I did. I decided that it would be pretty helpful if people understood where you were during roleplay scenes.
Oh yeah, probably.
So I dropped the map in the lower right.
I love the big
Yes.
bold map.
Hey, what's going on, Coffee? What's going on, Crazy
Matt.
Banana? Hi, Rosie. I see you in chat. Hi, Flam. Hey, Doc. Hi,
Hello-
Isaac.
hello,
you can
little
have a hi,
clouds
too.
and
Hi,
Doug
Ellie.
lovers.
Hi, all of the little clouds who are joining us today. Toasters, Poggers, Crazy Banana. I think I got everyone. Let's see.
Hey, Barlow.
Oh, God, I'm going to fuck this up. Panamorphy Fifi?
Panarlo. Oh yeah, Fifi. Yes.
Fifi? Okay. Hey, Barbo. Spy! Spy!
Barlug.
There's a spy in the chat!
It's Barlug.
Barlug.
That's Barlow's alternate personality, who is also a
I'm doing
not-
my
Hey!
barbarian.
Nate, thanks for the gift sub. Rosie,
Oh my
congratulations,
God,
you're
I
subbed to
got
me
it.
now.
Hell yeah.
Rosie, you won the lottery. What are you gonna spend it on?
One thing I'm gonna
College.
one
College.
thing I'm gonna
true.
change real quick is I have no idea why Elliot is so goddamn small.
Because you were probably
so
making
little.
space for Wolfiet.
I
because you have
absolutely was
layered on
making
top of
space
each
for
other.
Wolfiet.
Barlow has
The
achieved
only
the same
solution
energy
here
as
is to
myself.
make
should
Lyra
make them
smaller.
No, make Elliot bigger and make them separate things, and then just turn one off.
Fine.
Oh, it would be so much easier that way. You
I-
just turn
honest-
they're both sized correctly, and you just turn one off and one on.
Honestly, I should just add a channel point redemption with BQBot to automatically do it so people can just force him into Wolfiet.
Oh my god.
Bruh. For,
Yo.
like,
No, we're not gonna
1,000
do
points,
that.
I
Just
would
make
be
Reed-
so down for that. Like, chat just gets to say, alright, you're Wolfiet now.
Anyways, Isaac, I did
You
forget to
made
send you.
Lyra smaller now.
I forgot to
Why
send
should
you that
be
item, so
smaller?
I'll work on that.
Oh my
Coffee,
God,
it
smaller
is
than
my
Dom.
turn for emotional damage.
Oh my god.
Anyways, Ellie, thanks for breeding the dragon. If you guys want to see that, hop in the Discord. But I
Oh
will
my
temporarily throw the Dargon up here so people can see it.
Let's see it. Let's see what it
Yep,
looks
is
like.
it still ugly?
We gotta go to studio mode real quick because I gotta find it.
It keeps going back and forth between robot and cat.
And
You know, that's
Nate
a
wants the
line that we
cat
can
ears.
live
I
with.
mean, that's kind of a vibe.
What?
I ain't got a problem
Hey.
with
Nate redeemed cat
Yeah.
ears.
I got a bunch of
Eat
Nate.
cat.
I don't know if you missed it or not,
Yes.
but I got a
the
bunch
black
of new
ones with the
colored
white
cat
tips.
ears.
I am a bad influence.
That is our new dragon. Oh, he looks so chill. He's just vibing.
Where is he? I won't see him.
It's the
I
goddamn
just
stream
just
delay.
tossed him in, so it's
Yeah.
stream
It's the
delay.
goddamn stream delay. This is tragic.
There he is.
He's
Oh, that's
vibing.
not that bad.
That's pretty good.
Bruh, that man,
I did
looks
miss
like
it,
he's
but I
had a
love
little
it. Is there a
too many
smasher
drinks.
pass on this?
I
No,
mean, he's
smasher
definitely a serial
smasher
killer,
pass
but...
is not enabled
He's
for
looking
this
a
stream.
bit more like cute bold vibes. The stitched up mouth still freaks me out, but like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I said serial killer, but not like a
Yeah.
ugly serial killer.
Yeah, so
not an ugly serial killer.
all right. So we have a lot of new people in the chat. So we're gonna do the same thing we've done for our other streams, and we're just gonna kind of go over the story so far. Just because
Might I say?
Yes, PT. Tell us about the story so far.
Alrighty. So
You would not
2,000 years ago,
It all started when I was born.
Guess
I'm
we
sorry.
should honestly,
Sorry.
at some point, guys, I probably will do a stream where I just replay the world building episodes and just watch them with you. Because I feel like
That would.
that'd help a lot of people.
I feel like that would take so long.
True. True.
You
Anyways,
should
You
just
have
have
to pick
it up
reruns
for,
like,
play
3
at
Where-
all times.
so where our
That's
players
true,
started,
Speed.
true. Where our players started is they started in the town of Rooksrest, which sits on the main dividing. Actually, I'm gonna switch you guys to the map so I can just show people. I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the map. Alrighty.
Lyra and Elliot were draft dodgers.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they met up in this town here on the edge of the mountains called Rooksrest. And they met there because Elliot and Noozin had been banished from Minotaur society for something that was entirely not their fault.
Yeah, but nobody knows that.
And and our other friends here, Elliot and Lyra, were draft dodging
Mm-hmm.
because they didn't want to get banished to the Shadow Realm by the elves.
Yep. It's very understandable, I think.
Oh no, 100%
Oh, Cough.
reasonable.
Coffee wants navy blue lights. They redeemed changed
okay.
the light.
Ellie, can you refund that? Because the lights are actually already navy blue, but it's like I have a window
It's too-
right
it's
here.
too
It's too bright to see the
sunshiny.
lights, so I'm actually gonna turn that off real quick.
Giraffe dodging. Oh my god.
But
you
so
guys
they
are
were
so
draft. They met
talented.
up in the town of Rooksrest, and they became immediate friends because Lyra and Elliot helped to hide the Minotaurs from people. After that, they traveled to a place called the Hedge, which is a mystical land of mayhem and chaos. Specifically, they traveled to a place in the Hedge called the Circus. And then they were given this quest, so they went back to Stipvale, where Lyra's from. They dealt with a warlock who was trying to frame Lyra's family for terrible crimes against the state.
An old friend of Lyra.
But was actually
who might
committing
cut in
crimes
half.
against humanity.
Against
So
a lot more, I would
true.
argue against a lot more than just humanity.
True.
And then after that, a world tree. There really is a lot going on. If you guys actually type !lore in the chat, we have a wiki, and all you have to do is hop into that wiki and click bits, scripts, and halfwits for a review of the episodes, some major characters, NPCs, etc., etc. In the meantime, though, while people take a look at that, let's introduce our characters. We have Elliot Burning Oak, played by.
It's me, Isaac.
We have Lyra Dream Shadow, played by.
Hello, I am Rosie, one Rosie CS on Twitch and elsewhere.
We have Nom Dream Shadow, played by.
Me, Gentleman Ferret.
We have Noozin, played by.
Noozin / depression played by the Sky Tea. That's me.
And we have Lulin Boldspeaker, played by.
Also depression, but Brando.
Can we have rain clouds like following over them?
There's
Like, that are
there's
just drizzling?
so many rain clouds on the map already.
No, I meant like just little ones above them because they're
Yeah.
sad.
Here, I'll find a gif.
Can
It's
Nam
like,
get the world's smallest violin?
No. Like, you're not sad because it's raining because you're sad.
This isn't Encanto. No Encanto. Anyways, so while I'm going to have all the players tell y'all a little bit about their characters, but while that's happening, let's get those D100 rules in so we can see who gives us the recap. Elliot, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, Elliot is, of course, a half-elf from the elven country.
Zarea.
Friend. Damn.
Have the
that
time,
sucks.
baby.
Hey, Chloe Tiger. Wait, is
Rest
that
in
the
peace,
Chloe?
Brando.
Is that the Chloe I work with?
Whoa.
Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Yes,
What's
Elliot.
a Chloe?
Elliot turns
When
I don't
into.
know.
collide.
So tell us a little bit about yourself,
Your
Elliot. Tell the
coworker.
chat how you turned into a Y-wolf.
Well, I'm a werewolf, not swearwolf.
Of course, of course.
Of course.
Yes.
And of course, draft dodger, slightly noble. Worried about not being able to protect his friends. When he was in the circus the first time, he stumbled across an old man who promised to give him power. And of course, Elliot trusted this random old mother trucker. And he turned Elliot into a freaking werewolf, which, fair enough.
Turned him into a
He's
Y
kind
wolf.
of powerful. A Y wolf?
A Y wolf. You don't know where you are. You just know why you're there.
I see.
Damn.
Tell me why.
Crudo.
Ain't nothing but a
And suddenly Elliot had a
heartache.
newfound love of meat.
True.
Hold the
True.
cooking.
All right, Lyra, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so Lyra is a big mess. She's a disaster child. She is pretty smart, but she's not good at anything else. Which lands her in a lot of trouble. She reads fan fiction.
Canonically.
I did make that canon. I thought it was funny.
Yeah. We really did that one together, and it was beautiful.
It was so good. And she is the daughter of some pretty important, semi-noble people in Stipvale, the human city. And they used to live in the boughs of the World Tree until it recently fell over. Not my fault. Sort of my fault. And yeah. That's kind of it. Is there more? Should I say something else?
No, that's about it.
Cool.
Good job, Rosie.
Nom,
Thank
tell
you.
us a little bit about yourself.
Nam was kind of in the slums, kind of poor as a child, and was grown to learn how to steal at a very young age, and actually stole from some of the other party members earlier on in his life. And then his entire family got kidnapped, and he just stole some more. And then eventually met up with the rest of the group, and it kind of grew closer with the group a bit, and is now an adopted son. So
So true. So true.
Noozin, tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Noozin, formerly Noozin Stormhorn. I am of the Stormhorn family, started by Olfast Stormhorn from the city of Olfast. So Olfast Stormhorn is the original Minotaur who freed all Minotaurs from the maze. So I am a distant descendant of his. And in the city of Olfast, skills of fighting are highly regarded, and people in my family are known for being excellent leaders because of the lineage. So when the war broke out between the Minotaurs and the Elves, I was expected to lead a battalion into a major fight. However, I am not very wise at all, and I got my battalion lost, which ended up saving their lives, but it was viewed as cowardice, and I was driven out of Olfast.
I think I saved it wrong, but there's a rain cloud over Noozin now.
Did you save the first one or the second one?
The second one, but I saved it as a .png. I think I had to save it as a .gif.
Yeah, you do have to save it as
Yeah,
a
I can fix that. And then
say
Lewin,
the
tell us a
word,
little bit about
PT. How do you
yourself.
say it?
GIF.
Okay, good.
You know the guy who died? The guy who who created the GIF died? But
Really?
he still pronounces it GIF, so I guess he's off to see Jod. Anyways, Lewin,
Yeah,
tell
I'm
us a little bit about
traumatized.
yourself.
So yeah, Lulin. Lulin is from the same city as Duzin from Oldfast. Lulin, he was in charge of
There we go.
teaching the new recruits how to fight. Lulin was taught many years earlier in his life how to use many various different types of weapons, and so he would pass that knowledge on to those going into the army. Noozin, being his best student, he appointed her to a leadership role. As things went south and out of their control, Lulin was also casted out because the city's seen him as he failed the army, he failed the citizens by not teaching them good enough or by not teaching them better enough. And so Luzin
Losing?
Luzin?
That's our combined
Losing.
name.
Oh my
That-
god.
that
When
would
we
be-
get polymorphed into one minotaur.
That's in the
No,
fan
that's what we
fiction
do.
that Lyra's been reading.
Oh no.
I imagine Luzin is the DBZ fusion of Nuzin
Yes.
and Lulin.
We touch.
They touch horns and then just.
Yeah, it's not fingers. We touch horns and then pew.
Yeah. See, it being that, everybody else, casted him off, he decided to journey off with Nuzin because being casted away in this city had nothing else left for him.
Alrighty. The Dargon's gonna go away now. By the way. Because people have seen it.
Bye-bye!
Bye-bye, Dargon. Yeah, so, Noozin, I still need a roll from you.
Oh, that's right.
But unless
just
you
need to get
roll
higher than
worse
a
than a 2,
Oh my god.
Lulin's gonna give us the recap. Crit fail, 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 crit fail.
Oh, I forgot to turn my god. Oh, I gotta turn my
The hard work
Ah,
accelerates.
That's what you get for watching Firefly with all of us.
It is. I got a 43.
Alright, Lulin, give us our recap. Try to be a little bit detailed because Lyra wasn't here.
I already filled
Or-
Lyra in.
Yeah, we talked, so
So you know about the book room.
I know
Yes.
about the book room. And so I'm just sitting in the book room, correct?
You are actually we'll open with you because you're gonna be our opening scene.
Okay, cool, cool.
Cool. So, the session started out with us still at the maze, and we tried going through, and Lulin decided to make a right, so we made a right, and things happened, puzzles happened, and some people wanted to capture Lyra. We said no, screw that. We took up a defensive position. We got smacked, and we returned to the beginning of the maze.
Specifically, you got smacked.
Yes,
You got ganged
I
up on and got your ass beat by 8
To
people.
be fair, I ate that first attack. Now, once we were at the beginning of the maze, we were trying to decide what to do, and Noozin decided to just start talking shit on Mazebreaker. And so we all just started talking shit on Mazebreaker, and then he decided, whack-us, we broke the maze. But then we have a frail little wizard on our team that couldn't take the magical blast
Sorry.
from Mazebreaker.
couldn't believe you couldn't take
I'm sorry, I couldn't-
45 damage, Elliot.
Right?
Yeah.
Jeez.
What a can't believe that, your max health got beat at level 8?
7.
So actually, I made this discovery at the end of last session. I've been one level behind because I just
Yeah, I
never-
know. I've realized. I'm gonna start checking character sheets every time I tell you fuckers to level. Because that is 2 people in 2
what?
campaigns.
What level were you?
I was 6 for a long time.
Oh, okay. Good lord.
Which is really funny because that's one of the levels we fucking skipped.
Yeah.
It was.
Which means you just didn't level hard enough.
But we are supposed to be on 7 now, right?
Yes,
Yes.
you're supposed to be on 7.
Great.
Yes, you are supposed to
That
be
being
on
said, I
7.
might have had
Come
enough
on,
health
Isaac,
that I
pull
actually
it
leveled my
together.
character.
Fair. Fair. Also,
Granted, so
everybody,
here we are.
Lyra especially, you're back at your max hit points. Fully rested.
Thank God.
Because you were gonna die if I didn't take you away.
For sure.
Especially because you weren't there.
Yeah.
And it would
So-
suck to have your player character killed while you were just straight up not in the game.
True. Y'all are just punishing me because I'm gonna go to grad school. I can't believe this.
Oh, how was Colorado, by the
we
way?
don't like smart.
Oh my
people.
god, it was so
Did
fun.
you go
First
where I
of all,
told
it
you
was
to?
such a- I walked by it, but one of the other potential grad students wanted to go to a different place. We went to Bluebird instead.
Okay, Bluebird's
Cool.
fantastic as well.
Yeah,
Best
Yeah.
breakfast place in the fucking city.
Yeah,
I
it was
agree.
great.
I've also been to Colorado a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fantastic.
My favorite place to go is obviously the Rockies, but my favorite place to absolutely go is Red Rocks.
Yes, Red
That
Rocks
place
is
is
Mm.
gorgeous.
Red Rocks is
Mhm.
stunning.
It's,
You know,
it's-
Pineapple, you would think that you would absolutely think that Colorado's great. I'm not gonna dox you, but you would think Colorado's great. Yeah,
I think
Rosie,
Colorado's
Chloe
great.
Tiger is actually also considering CSU for grad school.
Oh my god, that's really exciting.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm a
yeah.
math.
Me and Nate did graduate at Red Rocks.
Oh,
Cool.
fun.
All right, into the story though, because it's trauma time.
Mm-hmm.
Lyra.
Also, I don't know if you noticed.
Are the
chat had
characters
a vote,
also
and we
going to
decided
college?
That Nom has to have all of the
True.
Yeah, they really want Nom to be traumatized.
Well, they could rig the vote. My guess is Ferret did it.
I did not.
No,
All right.
actually, Doc did it.
Yeah, actually,
Oh
Doctor
my
did
God.
That's arguably
Doc said-
funnier.
Yeah, so many points.
All right, so Lyra,
Mm-hmm.
you find yourself slowly coming back into consciousness as you just hear a gentle knock at this door. When you awaken, you find yourself in a large king-size bed that has just probably the nicest sheets you've ever been in. Like, this is a very nice quality bed. And it reminds you
Okay.
of home. And all of the walls around you are covered in books from floor to ceiling. There are a select few books next to your bed that were laid out by your party for you to read.
And what is the last thing Lyra remembers, like, before this?
The last thing that you would remember is running through the things and promptly dying. Running through the wires and dying.
Is this
And
heaven?
chopped.
Am I dead?
You
She just kind of sits up.
you hear the
Um,
soft knock again at your door.
Come in. I'm just gonna sit on the edge of the bed and read. What are the titles of the books?
Give me 1 second because I wrote these down.
Mm-hmm.
all of the Origami Yoda books.
One of them is titled The Glorious Colloquia of Concentration,
Mm-hmm.
and it is about 350 pages.
Love it. Get that done in like an hour.
There is a book called The Story, which appears to be inside entirely written in calligraphy.
Cool.
There is The Illuminative Visions of the Aquan Lexicon,
Okay.
and there is Faraway Roads of the Road, Perilous Paths of an Empire in Flames, which appears to be a Zrayan history book.
Ooh, interesting.
And those are your
There should
books.
also- there should also be a book on Calfax.
There is a book on Calfax.
Yep.
It's called Lean Beef. Everything you need to know about cows.
Oh no! Lyra's gonna pick that one up.
That one was specifically laid out for you by Ludlin, by the way.
Yeah.
But as you say,
Perfect.
you may enter. The door opens, and a very well dressed Kalishtar walks into the room. She has long white hair down to about her mid back, braided in a single braid that wraps around her shoulders and then goes down her back. She walks in and she goes, "Lyra, the feast is prepared if you wish to join me and your companions in the dining hall."
Whoa! Where's Omni?
Omni's with you.
Nope. He left Omni with Lyra.
Yes, this happened after she returned Lyra to you. Or after she returned Omni to you, Nom. Different servant. Remember the one came back to you and stole her bracelet? Omni
Oh,
stole her
right.
Are we
bracelet.
retconning that Lyra was in the like where we were having the meeting though?
No. Lyra's going to the dining hall. You guys were in the Echo Garden.
Okay.
So, because I remember at the end of last session, the servant specifically told you that Lyra was already in the dining hall.
Yeah.
So,
Oh. Okay.
so
Sorry.
she is going to ask you if you are ready to head to this feast.
She says, okay, where am I? Am I dead? What's your name?
I hate you.
Stop handing us. You should just assume a
I
party
just
with two
want
wizards
friends.
is gonna ask people's names.
They haven't yet. You didn't ask me the name of the bear guy, and he was in the entire last episode.
Yeah, but
I
he
want
mainly
friends.
interacted with the barbarian who has a grudge against him.
You know what?
so-
That's very true.
I don't ask
she-
for people I'm gonna kill.
She looks at you and goes, "My name is Nies, Lady
Never
Lyra."
feed him after midnight.
Hey, Top Down Tabletop, thanks for the follow.
Yes.
Yeah, Nyes, if you're wondering how it's spelled.
Nice to meet you. I don't. Where am I?
You are currently in the city of Brester.
And we're still in the hedge?
We are separate from the hedge and the material plane. All will be explained at the feast. I must say
Okay.
it is incredibly fortuitous that somebody of your family's stature has returned to the city.
Well, glad to be a help. What exactly is my family's stature here?
Your mother was a very important individual before she left.
Never feed him after midnight.
Chloe Tiger 97, thanks for the follow.
All right. I guess we can go. Lyra's gonna try to stuff every book that was on the bed into like her satchel.
As she's watching you stuff books into the satchel, she goes, "Oh, no. We have the Meister of the city has prepared gifts for you all. You won't need to do that."
Oh, well, I thought I'd just do some light reading at dinner.
Oh, well, absolutely. If you prefer, we also have those same books in pocket editions. It might be easier to carry.
Oh my gosh. Yes, I would love that. Wow, this is very exciting. How many books do you have in pocket edition?
Every book that we have stocked your library with, it also comes in a pocket edition.
I think I am dead. This is heaven. I died and went to heaven. Oh my god.
I can assure you that if you were dead, you would be having a very different conversation with a very different individual. Although I hope it would still be as pleasant.
Sorry, Richard. Yeah, well, I honestly can't imagine anything better than this. So this is great, and she'll follow her out.
Alrighty. So you get led to the feast hall, and then several minutes later, all of your party members come in. Notably, none of them have their weapons on them. Or that none of them have their locksmith weapons on them. So Mazebreaker, Velkin, and Amora are all missing. When you enter into the feast chamber, all of you, it is the same incredibly, like, hundreds of foot tall, very wide, pillared, great hall that you entered into originally. But you see that there are floating will-o-wisps of light lighting up the room with various colors, and there is a large table laid out in the center with a feast on it of anything you could imagine. And there are seats prepared for all of you, including, notably, 2 seats that are very obviously designed specifically for minotaurs. They are much larger. And a small high chair for Nom.
Nom's gonna go sit in one of the Minotaur chairs.
Elliot's gonna walk over, pick him up, and put him in the booster seat.
Are you also gonna strap him in?
Yeah, you got it with the little seat belt.
Yeah.
Why do I get this stupid chair?
So that you can make eye contact.
Hey, Pineapple, thanks for the bits.
But your chair's so much cooler.
Yeah, it is. Elliot's gonna go sit in one of the normal sized chairs.
Lulin was very much ready to pick you out of a Minotaur chair. And just do the same thing.
Newson literally, in Newson's current state, she would have just gone and sat on the baby chair and crushed it. Like,
Sky, can we please get that art of Newson sitting in a little baby chair?
on the baby chair.
Please.
As you
Yeah.
sit on the baby chair, it doesn't break.
Well
It's
made,
just-
baby
It's the
chair.
Is Nom still in
Holds
the
up.
chair?
No, I think you're still in the Minotaur chair.
Oh, okay.
It would have been like you sat down, Elliot went to pick you up, and Newsom just went to the other side and sat on the high chair.
As you all sit down, the doors to the Great Hall open. Lyra, a huge piece that I forgot. On the far end of this Great Hall from the doors, there is a massive piece of stained glass depicting depicting Mazebreaker, who is a giant, Velkin, Amora, and Guru. And there is a fifth spot filled with just plain glass that is very obviously so they are waiting to fill it in.
Ooh.
Yes, that is how stained glass works.
It's not, but
As-
magic.
Thank God for magic.
I
thought
know.
they just splashed paint onto it or something.
I am increasingly aware that that is not how stained glass works.
Yeah.
But as
Increasingly?
increasingly, yes. As
Like
soon
you
as
had
soon
no
as
idea
Sky
how it
as
worked
soon as
before.
Sky said it, I was aware that wasn't how it worked. No, I'm kidding. But I'm aware that's not how stained glass actually works.
Yeah.
I just
Look, I'm on stained glass TikTok, and
Are you really? Is that a thing?
yes, it is.
That
It is
sounds
actually.
awesome.
There's a lot of small business stained glasses, and a lot of people that do like nerdy stained glass pieces, like small pieces that you can hang in your window. I see a lot of like Pokemon and stuff. It's really.
I'm
sick.
gonna need you
I'll
to send
some.
me that so I can get on stained glass TikTok.
Yeah, it's rad.
I saw someone crocheting bookmarks that look like flowers,
Yeah.
and I've never wanted anything more in my life, but their Etsy was down. It was so sad.
So, as you guys sit down and you take your seats, the doors at the far end of the Great Hall open with an incredibly loud creak. And a man steps in and goes, "Please rise for Lord Ashberg of the Kalishtar Principalities."
So,
And the old Kalishtar male that you guys met when you first arrived in the city, steps in and he heads to one end of the table and he takes a seat. The crier then says, "Also welcome Bathos of the Lycanthrope Republic." And a very tall, like 6.5 feet tall, very gruff-looking man with a large beard walks in, and you guys would recognize him, everyone but Lyra, as the werebear that you encountered in the maze. And he takes a seat at the far end of the table from Ashberg, and he is sitting directly next to what should have been Noozin's chair, but it actually has Nom in it.
so which one of you is telling us about this prophecy thing?
They kind of look at each other and they go, "Do you not know the prophecy?"
Not
I imagine,
that I'm
They-
I
aware of.
imagine that's why we were invited to dinner.
Ashberg looks at Lyra and goes, "Did your mother not teach you it as a child?"
No.
She is clearly failing at her teachings. You should know of your heritage.
Whoa, don't talk about my mom like that. Don't you dare.
Oh, she's your mother as well, so you know the prophecy.
No, I just blatantly said that I did not. I don't know how you
Ah,
gathered that.
Then she is still failing in her teachings of her children.
Well, I
Kind of
mean,
rude.
she did a good job. She taught me magic. That's pretty good.
But you come by Aurora. But you come by magic honestly, child.
That's good. That I'm not faking it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The rest of us had to earn it. You know all I'm saying. You pick it
Well,
up.
how come you never
technically, mine
taught me
just
about
kinda
the prophecy?
happened.
Well, I can tell you about the prophecy now, as we are taught it as children. It's very important to the culture here within the city and to those outside the walls within the maze.
Well, yeah.
He goes on, he goes, the prophecy is as follows, and it was written by Velkambara.
She'll do.
Yeah, you could have told us about it. Jeez, I was keeping stuff.
Through so actually, Lyra, it's funny you say that because that came up last episode, and Velkin was like, "I don't
Yeah.
remember the prophecy. I wrote it like 2,000 years ago."
Yeah, Noozin said that exact same thing. She was like, "Thanks for being continually obtuse," and he was like, "It's not my fault."
I still have him. Yes, everybody, it is Dungeon Doggo.
Oh, Pat.
Bork
Yeah.
bork. A borkity bork.
He looks at you all, and he goes, "The prophecy is as follows." Through plague and strife and endless night, the locksmiths rose to war. Through sacrifice and power, they sealed each patron's door. The gods did fall to mortal will. The locksmiths triumphed and world laid still. The shadows fade to a distant land, for each lock was forged by righteous hand. But time itself is a cyclic thing, and once again a war they'll bring, when locks crack and trees fall, and shadows rise to consume us all. He'll come again, the Baron of Souls. Until that day we will patrol. We wait in time the frozen few, to wake again when the war is new, and carry on that ancient fight, for each new locksmith who bears the right. One who hides behind their shame, their family lost, and themselves to blame. One whose purpose was to comply, and from their family they learned to lie. One who doesn't know their roots, whose history is all half-truths. One who until the end is loyal, unknown to them, their heart is royal. And last the one with no reprise, the bearer of the first of keys. We follow each until the end, to unite the world or its people rend.
Was that in
Well.
common?
That wasn't common.
No, Nam is asking that in character.
Oh. Well, it was originally written in Sylvan, but I've translated it for your ease of understanding.
Oh, that must mean that makes sense. That's why I didn't understand any of that at all. I mean, I totally understood it, but I don't know if these guys did. So you might want to.
Lyra's like frantically scribbling down the.
Hang on, I'll share you the document because it is an
What?
in
Noozin
character
was like
document.
just looking down at her plate for like 90% of that.
halfway through, Lulin just like, because I imagine there's like appetizers and like other foods. Lulin just like grabs like a handful of hay and just scoots it onto Noozin's plate.
Yes, every delicacy that you can imagine is currently on this table.
I just want you all to know that I am going to have a sketch done of Noozin sitting in the high chair and Nam sitting in the big plate in a few minutes.
Fantastic.
And
Can it go in
Yep.
meme chat when it's done?
Yeah, I'll put it in memes.
Or I think we also have an art chat.
I'll put it in both
But
so that everyone can see it.
he looks at you, Nam, and he goes, "I'm glad you understand. Perhaps I have not spoken common in a long while. Perhaps you can explain it to your compatriots in a more eloquent way than I would be able to."
Said something about the locksmith guys. More locksmith stuff. I think we know those guys though. So I think I know where you're going with that. But if you could explain it in a bit more detail, because I'm not really good with puzzles.
Elliot's just gonna like lean around Nom and look at. All right, Mr. King of the Lycanthropes or whatever. Why did you scoff at us being the locksmiths then?
Truthfully, lad, I thought you'd be bigger.
Classic.
Yeah, well,
I really can't understand how we have gone from these locksmiths. And he gestures up to the stained glass. And he looks at the rest of you and he goes, to this crew of misfits.
Lyra's
Yeah, well,
books
you're
fall
about to
out of her
change your
pocket.
mind, buddy. And Nom does the rope trick.
Do you pull the rope in after you?
Yeah.
He kind of just looks at Nom as Nom opens up this portal, climbs into it, and then just pulls 50 feet of rope through it. And he goes, I am no more. I am, in fact, more concerned than I was.
Elliot's
Nom
gonna
peeks
cast
his head out.
catapult on some fruit into the hole.
Roll to hit. Nom, give me a dex save at disadvantage because you don't know what's coming.
Can Nom like stick his head out of the bottom as this is happening?
Yes, stick your head out of the bottom. Do you just want to fail the dex check and get hit by the fruit?
Yeah, Nom's just gonna get...
Nom pops his head out when Bathos says that. And what kind of fruit are you throwing, Elliot?
Probably like tomatoes or like.
I hate the fact that that was your go-to fruit. Fuck you.
I don't know what you need from me. I don't know what you want.
That is
from me.
awful.
Not wrong. Anyways.
You said, wait, is the guy who's speaking to us right now the werebear or the Kalish?
The werebear is the one with the gruff voice.
Okay. I feel like everyone else would take this a lot better than Noozin would, but she'd probably actually, like, stand up abruptly and say, like, something to the effect of, we gave up a lot to be here, and despite us not being like the previous locksmiths, you're wildly underestimating us.
He stands up in turn, puts his hands on the table as you watch his features, like, change a little bit into more bear-like features, and he goes, that means nothing. We gave up everything.
Does it count if I had nothing to give up?
The Ashberg sits across and he goes, Bathos, calm yourself. They have given up quite a lot, and unlike us, their pact wasn't voluntary. And you watch as Bathos, almost like a whipped dog, sits back down quietly and just grabs a rack of lamb and just starts eating it, while just grumbling quietly to himself.
Shit, they got lamb here? Elliot's going for a rack of lamb.
Let me explain how the food on the table works. If you look at it, if you want it, and it is a food that exists, you can find it on this table.
Ideal.
I want a Nesquik
It is a
bottle
food.
of chocolate milk.
For branding reasons, I can't tell you that's there.
But hey, Nesquik,
Most-
if you want a sponsor.
For
But
legal
there is-
reasons, we don't consider this to be food.
This would be a
But-
great time to bring up a sponsorship.
Maybe if Nesquik sponsors the D&D stream, maybe. But
Take a
anyways,
sip of my favorite Moon Dollars coffee.
but
You know what
anyways,
keeps us going through those long dungeons? G Fuel.
Well, when there's this new flavor and it's crazy.
Crazy.
I think if you-
It's the flavor of trauma.
anyways, Noozin, when Bathos sits back down, what are you doing?
I probably now it's like no longer just like apathy. She sits back down as well because she's not gonna start anything. But there is a distinct rigidness to her that was not there before. Of like, she has a bone to pick with this guy, a direct one.
Lyra's
He's got
gonna
plenty of bones
touch
he's
Noozin's
fitted.
arm, just like comfortingly.
Oh, Lyra doesn't know what happened to Noozin in character.
Oh
Lyra
yeah, she has
gets
no
punched in the
idea.
face.
Character. No, Noozin would never.
Noozin just a Mario stomps Lyra into her chair. Anyways. Ashberg looks at you all, he goes, but that is the prophecy.
Cool. No way to opt out, I'm guessing.
Well, I feel like you have all opted in by following these paths.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm here for it. I'm just, it's didn't really have the whole picture 10 minutes ago.
Just seems like a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't even finish my exams in Apud, so...
Well, I'm sure you would have passed.
Yeah, Elliot rolls his eyes like, and?
Who's the smartest person around these parts?
Lulu's just gonna point at Lyra.
Oh, that's nice. I don't know.
I mean more on the level of like all-knowing, like crazy.
I believe you left him in the echo room.
Oh, if you're talking about crazy, and then Lulu's just gonna point at Nom.
That's fair enough, and I appreciate that.
No, if we're gonna talk about crazy, it's gotta go to Basebreaker. We're gonna be honest here. But you're a very close second.
Anyways, I'm sure you all have many questions.
I mean, it was mostly the prophecy. And also, how the fuck do we make locks? That one's a big one. For me, at least. I don't know about the others.
That is something
I've
we
grown a
cannot
couple of
teach you.
trees in my time. I've have a little garden. I'd like to say I have a green thumb. But, it's hard. When you're all over the place, you don't stay in one place. It's hard to grow. Sorry. Locks?
You forgot to water my succulent at school, so...
Well, you said it only needed to be watered every once in a while.
Yeah!
I chose to believe that once in a while was once in a year. And it died. That's not my fault.
I feel like it kind of is. Look.
Yeah, I don't know about that, Chief.
Lulu's just gonna lean over to Noozin. What's a succulent?
Noozin just kind of looks at him and shrugs and shakes her head.
As you question what a succulent is, one appears on the table on a platter.
Oh my god, Jerry!
Jerry.
Haven't seen you in a long time, bud.
You're not dead.
Talking to the plant.
I just slide the plate with the succulent on it to Lyra.
I was really hoping that one of the Minotaurs was going to try and taste it in front of Lyra.
Too late, I named it.
Yeah, we know better than to eat something that Lyra named.
That's why you haven't eaten Nom yet.
Yeah, because that's what we do. We eat kobolds.
Elliot's gonna think of some potting soil in a little pot.
It does not appear, as it is not food.
Oh. Sad days.
It considers succulent to be food because we're cows, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Elliot is gonna look dead into this plant and say, "All right, plant, I'm gonna need you to think real hard. You're gonna need some dirt."
Nothing happens.
Bummer.
Anyways, we have gathered you here to inform you that your forces are ready.
We know we already got the army over by the river.
You have another army?
Yes.
Another army? Do you have an army? Like a new army?
Well, everybody in this city is here because we swore to serve the locksmiths.
Oh, sweet. So we have some civilians that maybe shouldn't be in our marching order. Could they maybe,
If you wish, we can send out scouts to bring them here.
That would be ideal. And then we can bring the military you have out with us.
Yes. Shall we? Well, shall we finish dining and then we shall go see your forces?
Yes, that's probably a good plan.
Yeah.
While we're dining, we can discuss what exactly you guys can do. What your specialties are.
Yes. Well, Brester has long been a town of martial standing, and we are more than happy to assist you, as our lock is the only one that has not been broken.
Sky, I love it.
It's so
Oh my
good.
God.
I didn't want to interrupt the roleplay, but I posted the sketch.
Ah!
I love it so much.
It's beautiful.
You should save it and show it on stream so everyone can see
I'm
it.
saving it right now to show it on stream. Do not worry.
10 out of 10.
It's
awesome.
it's beautiful.
It's the right amount of sadness.
It's a
to
beautiful.
be
It really
funny.
is.
The right amount of sadness to be funny.
It's
'Cause the
beautiful,
first
but
thing
it's
you
not
see
more
is like,
beautifuler than you.
Thank you, coffee.
Nope. That one.
I love the
Stop the-
smug look you gave now.
Well, because that is exactly what it would look like. Like.
Oh my god, it's huge.
Oh yeah, I draw everything on massive canvases, so my bad.
Everybody, look at the chairs. I like how you gave your chair horns.
Yeah, well, everything's themed to us, so I assumed it would be kind of like a minotaur-y, you know.
At risk of making the worst joke of my life, that's a pretty horny chair.
I hate that.
Damn.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter because you're in a booster seat.
Damn it.
You
My
you
opinions
threw-
don't matter because I'm in a booster seat.
Yes. If
Every
it was
time I
up,
look at
if it was
Dom-
up to Bathos, you'd be at the kids' table.
Every time I look at Nom, I just see Bowser Jr. And
The
I love it.
the knee tuck is one of my favorite parts of that image.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Oh, that is exactly how I imagined she sat in that chair. when
She
I
shat
said
in the
she did.
chair.
Oh
Look,
And then automatically get cleaned up. That seems like something that would automatically get cleaned up.
Oh no.
sometimes I speak faster, or my brain goes faster than I can speak. There we go.
Like just now when you were trying to explain that your brain can go faster than you speak.
Yes!
Sometimes the brain goes. Sometimes the brain's just like Earl. It just got the zoomies.
Sometime brain go burr.
Yes.
Anyways. What do you guys eat? What is each of you eating?
Nam doesn't really understand how this table works, so Nam is gonna be like, "Can someone get me some goddamn rum in this place? I haven't had a good drink in ages."
Bathos kind of looks up from his rack of lamb and goes, "Are you old enough to drink rum?"
In some places.
He kind of waves his hand and he goes, "Around for the kobold!" And just a flagon of rum, just pure rum, appears in front of you.
Yeah. Good idea, me. Thanks, me.
Anyways. I mean, the Kalishtar forces are pretty good, but I would argue that our forces are stronger. We're pretty tough.
How tough are you?
Well, considering it only took you, 8 of you guys to take down one Minotaur. And
Mhm.
Lulu's just gonna
I was
smirk
I was
happily.
quoting SpongeBob.
he looks at
Newton nods.
he looks at you and he goes, "Well, I'd argue that 8 men to take down a locksmith is pretty good."
A locksmith that doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
And whose fault is that?
Don't tell him that. We're supposed to be leaders.
Anyways. And Ashberg kind of looks up and goes, the city was founded by Velkenbara and the other locksmiths several thousand years ago, in order to act as a training ground where our forces could prepare for the coming war. After the first Hedge War, Velkin and the other locksmiths were confident that there would be another when Roran tried to rise again. We did not know what would precipitate the breaking of the locks, but the fortune has come to pass, so we are prepared.
So, we may have seen Roran the other day.
Oh?
I banished him.
Yeah, we banished him. Is there any?
Like we.
Elliot's just gonna look over and make eye contact with Lyra. And in your head, you're gonna hear, "Shouldn't we be a united front?" I mean, if you want to take all the credit,
I just want to get credit for the thing that I did.
I mean, look. I guess if you really want that, and the rest of us can leave, and you can go fix all the locks.
No, okay, no.
Yeah. So, can we just be a we in front of the massive group of people who are going to help us?
Fine.
Sounds like a plan.
Anyways,
Elliot looks away and looks back. So, anyways, do we have a way to keep tabs on that man? Because I don't know where he ended up, but I feel like he's not going to be gone long.
if you have banished him, there is nothing we can do to find him. But we can prepare for his return.
Wait, do you mean this isn't his home realm?
It is not. We do not know from which realm Roran comes.
Oh, oops.
Oh, maybe he's gone for good then. I mean, I wouldn't count on it, but like,
It is.
how's he gonna get back?
It is unlikely.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Well, I didn't really mean to just pawn him off in some other place.
That's okay. I'm sure whatever world he got sent to doesn't have us in it.
Everybody makes mistakes. It's
Very
fine.
true.
everybody has those days.
You know, you're banishing someone, you think you're in their home realm, and then you're not. It's really...
It happened to my friend Joe last week.
You know, you think it's funny because, you know, the banishment ends after a minute and then they don't come back.
And then they're just gone for good. You're just joking around. You know,
You're just joking
it reminds
around.
me of that day
Suddenly,
that professor disappeared. Do you remember that? I guess
Yeah,
one
that
of the
is
students
how he
casted.
disappeared.
Yeah, cast banishment, and then he never came back.
They just wanted an extension on
day.
their homework. You really
Yo.
should have given it.
Right?
total pause. Headcanon for how Malum ended up in the other world.
Oh yes.
Someone
Malum
is
is secretly from this world, and he got banished. Oh my god, that's perfect, PT, and you know exactly why.
I do.
Oh my
Yes.
god.
I do.
Oh my god. Anyways, Professor Malum should have really just given that extension, you know? Like,
Yeah, I know. I mean, he's kind of a hard ass about it. I don't know.
right? I mean, come on. What are we going to use alchemy for in the real world? That he just needs to take a break. Take a
It's
chill pill.
unpractical on the battlefield. You know,
Exactly. We
Who
don't got
is-
30 minutes to stop and brew a goddamn potion. And what was his obsession with grease? You know? Like, damn,
I always
dude.
thought that was
We
kind of
get it.
suspect. I think that's suspect. I don't know. I didn't like that.
Who
I
is
like that
yeah,
this has turned
kind of a
into
red
Isaac
flag,
roasts
not
his
gonna
own
lie.
character for 10 minutes straight.
who is this
I'm living
Malum?
for this content.
Sorry, what?
Who is this Malum?
I'm just a professor at school.
Yeah, just a professor we know.
Ah. Anyways, I have prepared gifts for all of you.
Oh, you
What?
shouldn't have.
Fine.
And Baloo's just gonna start like scrounging around his bag for a gift back.
Yeah, he's like, shoot, what do I got? I got like a flower.
You got a flower in your hair.
True.
As he says that, servants come through the main door And they walk up to each of you with a platter with a silver dome on the top. The first one that opens is Lyra's, and inside is what appears to be a small pocket-sized book.
Oh wow, what's this about? Thank you. I should pick it up.
It is primarily the history of Brester. However, it can be used to access any of the books within your library.
Oh my god. This is the nicest gift anyone has ever gotten me.
So, are you saying it
Single
networks
tier.
with her library?
Literally, I have a Kindle.
Uh,
I'd just like to point out, maybe like 30 minutes ago, I said in chat, so now Lara has a guest, not Lara
I
has a
know, I
Kindle now.
stole it. I stole it.
next, they walk up to Lulin. And they
Lulin does a little bow.
and they uncover it, and inside is a seed.
Lulin takes it in confusion.
To Lulin Boldspeaker, we gift the seed of a world tree. May you plant it where it will find purchase, and may it grow to towering heights.
At least we didn't have to sell the family cow.
Oh,
Jack in the
Vincent.
Beanstalk reference?
It was. It really was.
Who's the family cow? That's the question.
Yeah, I was gonna say they gave it to the family cow. They didn't have to sell it at all.
Lulin takes it with great anxiety.
They walk up to Nom, and they uncover it, and inside is just a pouch, and he says, "This was actually a gift from some of the other friends of yours, I believe, who have been here over the years. They said that by reaching within this pouch, may you find only what you need and nothing else."
What friends?
They were small. They looked very similar to you.
Oh, the three little dudes.
I suppose so. They were in a very large jacket.
Oh, yeah, I know those guys. Are you sure this isn't gonna blow me up? Because I thought I was gonna replace them?
I am not. Perhaps try it out outside of the city.
Well, actually, since don't you guys technically work for me, can I get someone else to test that out?
The man's got like a remote start for his car. Alright, somebody go start my car.
I believe that this gift will work only for you.
Oh, well, that's bogus. All right. Can you cover the lid back up so I can steal it?
Of course, and they put the
It'll
lid
help with
back
my
on.
kleptomania.
They put the lid back on.
Nom's gonna try and lift it slightly and then sneak his hand in there to take it out.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
A 12.
You don't steal it. You don't steal it well.
Eye contact.
You don't steal it well, but notably, all of the servants, Ashberg and Bathos, are all looking away as you try and steal this out of the thing.
Does that make you feel good?
Nom walks away snickering.
When the servant looks back, they uncover it and they go, "He's done it," and the servants just begin clapping.
Thank you. I guess that's what being I guess that's what being a creator of locks is, or something. What are we doing again?
To Elliot, and they lift it off, and inside is what seems to be a much nicer version of your hat.
Oh, nice. Elliot's gonna grab it and put it on his head.
Do we still have the hat?
While you are wearing this, even in your other form, nobody will be able to depict what you are other than what you wish them to see.
Oh, nice.
And lastly, for Noozin. And they walk up to you and he goes, "This was a gift from one of your forebears." And they lift it off, and inside is a hollowed out horn. This gift comes from Ulfast Stormhorn. If you use the horn and call, anywhere in the plain, your army will answer.
When you say horn, like an
Like
actual
like
horn?
a horn, like a horn that has been hollowed out so you can blow through it.
Noozin would look very conflicted about that, and kind of pick it up with a little bit of like, I gotta take it, but I don't know how to feel about this.
From every piece of art you've ever seen, this is one of Ulfast's horns.
So it looks similar to mine then?
Yes, but much larger.
Yeah. Yes, much larger. Kind of just like, look at it and look back at them and be like, thanks? There's a heavy suspicion.
Lulin, did you find a gift to give back yet?
Absolutely. Lilin hands them a door.
Just sets it on the tray.
You set the door on this empty tray, and the servant is like trying to precariously balance this fucking door.
Lilin's just gonna like lean up. It's like, it's okay if you drop it. I won't be that upset.
The servant sighs with relief, and the door just clatters off the tray onto the ground.
Lilin starts crying. I'm kidding.
The rest of the servants gather around this door. Which door is this?
I believe it's the
Is this the one from Marta's hut?
Yes. Yes, it is.
The witch's door.
The
Yes.
rest of them gather around the door, and then they pick it up and leave the room with it. Thank you for your gift, Lulin Boltspeaker.
Of course.
Oh, geez, I don't know what I don't have anything to offer. Elliot's gonna dig through his batch. He's gonna be like, "Oh, this might be a good one." Elliot's gonna grab one of the random memory cards and just hand it to one of the waiters.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, are we supposed to be giving gifts right now?
Oh jeez.
Noozin
Nom
is
holds
not
out the.
looking at all.
Nom, when you ask if you're supposed to be giving gifts, he holds up his hand and he goes, "Nom, you have given us the gift of showing us your expertise firsthand."
No, I appreciate it. As Nam is saying this, though, he's sneaking a bag of rocks equivalent to the weight of the satchel that he got. Like he like Indiana Jones style. Like,
He's handing it into the tray.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a replacement act.
Anyways, what are you all eating? What is Elliot eating? I'm assuming something
Elliot
raw.
has an entire plate full of just blood sausage, lamb chops, just every meat imaginable.
Including beef?
Maybe.
It's buried so that we can't see it
Yeah.
from the angle that we're
It's sort of-
sitting at.
Yeah.
Lyra, what are you eating?
Ooh, what is Lyra eating? I think she's got sort of an assortment of like fruits that she's eating right now, and she has asked for chocolate, so she's dipping fruits into chocolate. That's what she's eating.
Pondo!
Go off.
Yeah.
This real quick DM tip for anybody who's homebrewing a world. If you really want to make a culture seem like you have thought out literally everything about it without actually doing so, give them like a main dish that they eat. It's huge.
So true.
Cultural food is huge to defining how a culture functions.
Mhm.
Nom, what are you eating?
Nam's got a big old bowl of gruel. And he's like, just like Mom used to make. And he's and he's eating it.
Noozin, what are you eating?
Usually would probably start off by like taking a napkin or several napkins probably off of the table and wrapping this horn in it because she feels very conflicted about this thing. And kind of still grossed out, and then would probably have something thought of foods from like home, which would be like wild game foods. I'm thinking like deer, like venison, and then lots of vegetables.
So maybe some like wild game with berries grown by the furbolgs and stuff like that.
Yeah, it would be a very like Minotaur homey,
Yeah.
down home cooking.
And then Lulin, what are you eating besides hay? Because
I
Lulin loves hay.
Lulin loves his hay and he loves his grass. Lulin probably would do the same thing. He'd probably think of like what a feast would be like at home.
Mhm.
He would probably, I would imagine, because of other things, like the main alcoholic beverages would probably be like beer and
Yeah.
What
Minotaur
happens if you
ale.
ferment grass? What kind of alcohol does that make?
Our alcohol is actually just the what are those shots that everyone takes that are supposed to be healthy? The
Wheatgrass shots?
wheatgrass, yeah, that's what it is, but it's
Yeah.
alcoholic.
Yeah, I was also thinking like maybe like a Minotaur's know like how to like make like a really good mead.
True.
gonna say,
The furbolgs probably pop off with meads.
True.
I think it'd be funny to have them have a grain alcohol that literally anyone else drinks that go blind.
Yeah.
So I just kind of popped into my head. The number one alcohol in the city of Holfast is a mead created by the furbolgs using the water from the Misty Loch. So no matter how much you purify the mead, it will always have clouds floating through it.
Yes.
That's cool.
Yeah, Lulin would probably have like an assortment of meads, a couple beers, just strewn around again, but maybe like a Gainy meats.
As your meads are just appearing in front of you, Lulin, Bathos looks at you and he goes, "I can support a liquid diet."
Lulin beams a couple of meads over to him from the homeland.
Bathos just takes one, drinks it, and immediately, like, he takes a chug of it and he goes, "That's fantastic," and then just his face just hits his plate.
Noozin snorts. But not like she's definitely not laughing with him. She's laughing at him.
Yeah, where Noozin and Lulin's like losing their shit.
As you guys watch, as he's passed out on this plate, he slowly turns into a bear. So that when he pops back up off his plate, he looks at you, Lulin, and he holds a claw out and goes,
Yeah, okay. Relatable. Am I right, guys?
You are so right.
Whenever he sees the bear, Lulin's going to beam over like a jar of honey.
takes the honey and just starts eating it in his bear paws. As you all finish your meal, Ashberg is going to rise and he goes, "If you'll follow me, the troops are ready for presentation."
We were supposed to
We talking like
do a
PowerPoint
presentation.
or like an essay? I'm not ready for this.
Noozin and Lulin, you would understand what he means
Yes.
because you were both in the military.
Yeah.
The rest
Like,
of you
people
are
died.
reasonably confused. Lyra,
Elliot's panicking because that was his least favorite part of college.
Lyra, you might know what they mean because as a child, your parents were nobles, so they had to go to all sorts of official functions,
Mm-hmm.
including several military dress parades. And Elliot, you would absolutely know what a presentation is because you're from Zrea, and they're authoritarian.
Yeah, I know.
And if you don't think they had parades of soldiers just marching down the streets,
Nam is frantically scribbling on different pieces of paper, like talking points, and like, drawing little pictures.
Elliot's gonna look over his shoulder as he's doing that.
I'm trying to get my presentation ready. I wasn't prepared for this at all.
Oh,
this
it's
is gonna
okay.
go
So
horribly.
someone else is
No,
presenting.
wait,
It's fine,
no.
fine. We're
Oh.
watching.
Lyra, wait.
What?
No, make sure you mention the trees. You have to get
Oh,
their exact
right,
height or
right, I
they'll be
forgot about
confused.
those. Yeah. I was just
God.
Oh, is it on the trees? Because I was writing about something completely different.
Yeah, no, it's
What
on
are
the
you
trees.
writing
Make sure you get their species.
Oh, I was writing about my top 10 favorite foods to eat.
That's good too.
I
That's good too.
figured with dinner and everything. I thought that's why we were trying the food. I was trying to piece stuff together. I don't know.
I was about to say that Nam wouldn't understand there are different types of trees, and then I remembered that Nam is a ranger who would absolutely know more types of
Yeah.
trees than anyone in this
Mhm.
party.
Yeah.
Okay, but I have a question for that. But does he know other types of trees, or does he just know that trees aren't the same? Like, does
No,
he
no,
know
no.
like, the genus names?
Like Nam could actually tell by a leaf what kind of tree he was looking at.
I
There,
want to believe you. I really want to believe you. But we know who Nam is. He's just
I
gonna
got-
say whether that's a big or like small tree. That's it.
No, Nam's got the street smarts.
Nam's got the tree smarts.
I was gonna say the same thing, but I didn't want to be the one to say it. I didn't want to be hated by chat.
Anyways,
Gotta get that tree smarts.
him and Bathos rise from their chairs, and he heads to the other end of the table that's closest to the door, and he gestures to you all, and he goes, "Would you follow me? Or perhaps you should return to the Echo Garden and gather the locksmiths first."
If they're done
Yes, let's go.
fighting.
They were fighting?
Yes.
It's fine. I'm sure they won't do too much damage. Knowing that they have done a lot of damage.
Yeah. Knowing that Mazebreaker specifically didn't care.
Yeah.
I mean, well, he did throw a tree, a few miles out.
So, are you guys going back to the Echo Garden then?
Yes.
Alright.
Lyra's just kind of following, looking confused.
Nam's scrambling his papers back together and
So, when you all walk into the Echo Garden, your echoes return. So, Lyra, you see like fading after images on all of them. Elliot's is an old man that you would recognize as Professor Malum. Nom's is a small bird-like creature that you've never seen before. And Noozin's is a Ganassi. And Lulin's is a young boy with a second set of crab arms and a monkey tail. When you all walk into the Echo Garden, the very first thing inside is Guru is laughing hysterically while Amora just stands next to him holding the bridge of her nose. And Lyra, Amora appears as a very tall elf with raven black hair and pale skin. And Guru is a very old man who's quite short and could possibly be a dwarf. Who has just, he has the same kind of animalistic features as Elliot, but very weathered tan skin.
Okay.
And if you all look at what they're looking at, you can see that Velkin is being held down by one of MZ's hands as MZ yells again, "Stupid, stupid, stupid," as he is just punching Velkin in the face.
Oh my god.
To the point where there is a crater around Velkin's head, and every time he hits him, the ground shakes. Gonna have me melted down, asshole. Bang! I'll show you what it means to be a strong weapon. Bang! Dumbass chose an axe instead of a hammer. Bang!
They're kind of violent.
I mean, he
aren't
might have
they?
been the smartest one before. I don't know anymore. Head trauma can really mess you up.
True, that's true.
Give me a perception check.
All of us?
Right,
or-
All of you.
Okay.
Ooh. All of us.
It was a 19, then roll to a 3.
21.
27.
A solid 14.
Natural 1.
Yeah. Honestly,
So
it checks out though.
Noozin and Lulin, you're just watching this happen. Lyra, you're kind of doing the same thing. I'm sure you're just taking in the fact that this garden has all sorts of plants you've never seen before, and like this is your first time in here. I'm sure you're a little distracted by the after images. Elliot and Nom, you see about 20 yards behind MZ, Velkin's just standing there, like writing on a pad of paper and just looking up every once in a while and then looking back down and continuing writing.
Yeah, that checks out. Oh, also, do you have an after image for Rosie? Have you decided? Because
Lyra notably does not have an after image.
Oh, interesting.
Lyra, you're not special.
You don't have a
hey,
ghost.
Maybe I'm the most special because you all have one. That makes me different.
Yeah, I'm kind of.
Yeah, but that means you don't
inclined
have
to
any,
think
like-
that.
Parallels. You know, you're alone. The rest of us got buddies. I don't know who this old man is, but I can't see him.
Or you haven't been
Seems pretty
haunted
cool to
yet.
me.
Well, I don't know. Does this mean I'm gonna be alone forever?
Probably.
Quite possibly.
As Lyra
guys.
as Lyra says that, MZ just looks up from where he's just beating on Velkin. And he stands up and goes, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I'm not presentable." And he stands up, like brushes himself off, and then just turns back into a hammer and falls to the ground.
That's pretty nifty. Are you gonna mention that my after image is Professor Malum?
I did.
No, Lyra.
Oh.
Oh, hey, wait a second. Is that Professor Malum?
What? Where? As Elliot looks around.
As
Like your image.
as he turns around, as you're looking around, you guys just watch this after image of Professor Malum just move around after him, just out of sight.
I didn't know you two were close.
Oh, where is he?
Well, he ran over there.
Elliot's gonna run in the direction Lyra pointed.
You guys just watch as this after image of an old man chases after him.
Susan kind of chuckles and says, "Honestly, he deserved that."
I guess Elliot's just gonna keep on running around the hills looking.
No, literally, I'm kidding. He's just, following around.
Following who around?
He's your after image.
Remember, we told
Bullshit.
you had an
No,
old
that would be
man.
another part of my soul, and there's no way that asshole was another part of my soul. Alright?
Well,
Look, I'm a good person. That guy failed me for no reason. All I did was not turn in a project, alright? One project, alright?
Failed
And
you
then
because you were
sure,
bad
my
at
other
the class.
potion turned him into a goddamn frog, but you know what? He was asking to be turned into a frog, okay? So you know what? He failed me, and that's bullshit, and you don't fail your mirror soul. So he's not my mirror soul. I
I'm
think
just
you
gonna
must
let
be
you-
mistaken.
Elliot, or Isaac, out of character, I'm gonna let you know I expect that to come up on Tuesday about the time you drank a potion and a student turned you into a frog.
Goddamn students.
For sure.
Well, look, you really didn't try very hard in that class.
That's because it was a throwaway class. Because it was alchemy. Again, who brews things anymore?
Yeah, I don't
Enchantments are the way
disagree
to
with
go.
you.
All
I don't
right.
disagree with you. I'm just saying that maybe you, you didn't engage with the class and you failed. It
Um,
kind of makes sense.
Imagine failing your throwaway class.
I misunderestimated. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Well,
You underestimated. I'll unpack that later.
Yes.
Moving on. But Amora walks up to you, Lyra, and bows down and goes, "So you are the one who is trying to steal Nom's love from me."
I think my mom adopted him.
Ah, so she is the one I have to speak to.
Yeah, I think you got to talk to my mom about it.
I will be sure to do that. And she turns back into a whip and just falls in front of you.
Jeez. Wait,
Uh,
wait, so do we know what these after images like mean? Like, I'm a little worried about not having one. Does that mean I don't have a soul?
That would
Maybe
be a
it means
bummer,
you-
wouldn't it?
Maybe it means you've only got like one soul. Like you
It
haven't
means you've
been-
only played in one of PT's campaigns.
Whoa.
Who is this PT you speak of? What are you speaking in tongues now?
Don't worry, it's just thieves' can't. We don't need to know what he's saying.
Oh,
Yeah.
fair.
Nom doesn't even know thieves can.
No, I don't.
Shh. It's fine.
Guru just walks back up and places a hand on Elliot's shoulder and turns back into the brooch.
That's a nice piece of jewelry.
Thanks. It's like a little wolf with like its eyes are gems and maybe a circle around it. I'll probably sketch it, figure out what I want it to look like.
For those who can't see the full glory of this hat, it is a shark eating my head.
It's beautiful.
Shark do be hungry though.
Oh,
Won it
no,
at
no.
the county fair.
What?
The length of that was uncanny. the length of the silence was uncanny. And I loved it.
Well, we were all trying to process it, you know, and we're like,
We really, yeah.
Sorry about that.
Let's do a shark cat.
oh. I was kind of excited because I opened this fridge behind me and I thought there was a drink in there, but it's just a bottle of kimchi.
I have gray ones now. They match the shark.
Perfect.
Beautiful.
It scares me even more that PT has more cat ears because now I know for a fact that if I ever do visit PT, he's going to make me wear one of them.
So true.
Sky, you're the best. Oh my god.
Oh my
Velkin walks over to where there's still an image of Velkin laying on the ground, and when he's walking over, he kicks Emzy. And then he just touches it as it, like, siphons as light back into him, and he walks over and just turns into an axe that's just standing, like, hilt in the ground in front of Noozin.
Noozin just kind of scoops him up and puts him on her back. We have a very tenuous relationship.
Lulin, MZ's still laying on the ground, goes, "Hey, boss, you gonna pick me up?"
Yeah, he's gonna scoop him up, put him on his back, and I imagine we start walking out in Avenger style.
Yeah, he's gonna go, thank God I don't have to walk anymore. Nap time. And then from
Your
Lulin's
loud
back,
snoring.
every once in a while you just hear. Alright. So you all head back into the main hall, and Ashberg and Bathos are standing there waiting for you. Are you prepared?
Yes. I'm gonna turn to Nom. You ready to present?
Who's going first?
Oh my god. Yeah, I gotta. I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready.
Alrighty. You guys step outside onto what is essentially like a raised platform because there are stairs leading up to this castle entrance. And down below you in the street, you see thousands of soldiers lined up in formations. And as you step out, they all come to attention, and you can audibly hear their armors like clicking together from where you are. They are all in gleaming white plate armor.
Oh God, is this where I do the presentation?
Yep.
Those
Before
guys,
now, you're up.
they look
As a
intimidating.
As a natural instinct, Lulu just gets into attention and salutes.
When you salute, the commander in front sees you and puts his arm like across his chest to his shoulder, and you watch as the entire army behind him does the same thing in one uniform motion.
Elliot is holding back all of his instincts to try to make them do something silly.
Ashberg walks up next to Noozin and kind of turns and looks up at you, Noozin, and he says, "We stand ready for your command."
Noozin kind of like looks at him and then looks out over the army and then looks at the group.
He's just gonna
Is we
be
didn't-
general.
Lyra smiles and gives you a thumbs up.
None of this is comforting Noozin at all.
Nam walks over and goes, "Hey, are you the guy I'm supposed to be presenting to? I got this presentation here."
Ashberg looks down at you, Nam, and goes, "Oh, yes, absolutely, if you wish to give a speech to the army." And he casts prestidigitation to make your voice louder.
Attention, everybody! I've been told I need to do a presentation, so this will be my top 10 favorite trees. For number 1, I have the silk cotton tree. It's a pretty cool tree. It's kind of large, and honestly, it just looks fun to climb on. Number 9, I have the American elm tree. I don't know what American means, but it's up there for me for sure. And then I have the Japanese maple tree. Again, don't know what Japanese means, but I do know what maple means. And I think that's pretty neat.
Nobody's
Lyra's gonna
stopping
look
you,
at-
Nom. They're waiting patiently
gonna
for
look
your
at
next.
Noozin
They're waiting
and be
patiently for
like,
your next 6 trees.
Lyra's gonna make eye contact with Noozin and say, "Maybe you should say a few words."
Number 7, the giant sequoia tree. They're big. Number 6.
Lyra's like murmuring.
Bracken is like, I don't want to interrupt him. He seems really passionate.
And then Lyra just goes, "Well, giant sequoias are quite good."
As Nam is presenting more, he holds out his arm and lets Omni like run to the top of his hand, and Omni's like moving its arms around like as if it's also presenting. Number 6, the Socotra dragon
Can
tree.
Elliot cast something to illusion the mouse bigger?
There's just a giant mouse behind Nom, like pretending to present.
Number 5, the blue jacaranda. It's got a cool name, and it's blue, and I like the color blue. If you couldn't tell, I'm kind of a shade of blue. Number 4, the wisteria tree. It's another one that just really gives me that dazzle, you know? It really pops out to the eye. Really hard to miss. Number 3, the angel oak tree. It's a classic. If you haven't heard of the angel oak tree, then what have you been living under a rock? Then that
like the
sucks because
idea-
it's not a tree.
I like the idea that as Nom is going through this, Lyra is just going through her handbook, trying to find the pages with each tree.
Yeah. It's like, geez, I'm pretty sure I didn't pronounce number 7 right. That's okay.
Number 2, the Antarctic beech tree. I don't know what Antarctic means, but I know what a beach is. It's spelled weird though. It's got 2 E's instead of like EA, how like a beach would be. But I think that makes it stand out from the rest. And then at number 1, I have the rainbow eucalyptus tree because it's got a
Elliot's
lot
gonna
of
walk up and
colors.
nudge him. World tree. World tree.
What?
Nom.
Oh, right. I forgot I was at number 1 already. Number 1 is the world tree because it's the world tree.
As you
That's all I got.
as Nom finishes giving his speech, the entire area is just silent. Like, not a single noise is being made, and then the entire army just erupts in cheers.
Yeah, I have spoken.
This is the official tree list. The tiered tree list.
This is the
Please have it
official tree
printed.
list of
Thank you.
your locksmiths. Thank you very much for being here.
This is in fact sponsored content.
This presentation was sponsored by Team Trees.
As okay.
If this whole bit doesn't end up on TikTok, I'm pissed.
I literally saved when he started talking with the cat. Like, I wrote it down at 1 hour and 38 minutes. Nom misunderstands the assignment.
if this whole top 10 doesn't make it on TikTok, I'm gonna be pissed.
Nom's gonna turn around to you guys and go, eh?
Lyra's thumbs up.
Lulu's just
Yeah.
so glad. He just-
Yeah,
I'm
news
so
and
proud.
claps as well.
Ashberg looks immensely confused.
You look a little. Do you want me to repeat it?
No,
No,
no, thank you.
We'll put out a pamphlet, Nom, so that everyone
Okay.
can have the reading.
It's
There'll be
better
a
to have it
quiz.
written down.
Now make me a pamphlet for the wiki called Nom's Top 10 Trees.
I gotta remember what I said because I just looked up top 18 trees. in
Well, the good
world.
news is you can just watch it in the TikTok.
True.
Oh my god.
Why do I have a feeling that Nom is gonna start the national park program? The national park program.
As he finishes, Ashberg is going to turn to you, News, and go, maybe some actual words of inspiration.
It was a good opener.
Yeah, the soldiers slowly fall silent.
All right, time for you. You guys have a presentation too, right?
I think, I think maybe Noozin should talk.
Knock 'em dead. I think I warmed up the crowd for you.
Lulu's gonna pat Noozin on the back. You got this. And and Lulu's just gonna like whisper over. I don't think you can go any worse.
Nama's gonna go. I mean, I started out pretty big. It's gonna be hard to beat, but I think you can do it.
And Loon's gonna cast a little guidance. He's gonna give a little guidance.
Bathos just has a hand to the bridge of his nose, and you can't tell if he's hungover from the mead or legitimately thinking, Jesus Christ, these are the new locksmiths.
I actually think we're more on task than the old ones.
So true. Newsa kind of steps forward and puts like a hand on the railing, I guess,
Mhm.
and looks out at the soldiers. Um, and she would just say, "Thank you all for supporting us. We know that you all have been preparing for this for a long time, and it gives us great confidence to have such capable men at the ready, men and women, I guess I should say. Retcon that. Uh, at the ready to support our cause. We have a great danger on the horizon, but with all of us combined and all of our skills, along with the other locksmiths, I believe we'll be able to set the world at peace again." And then she just kind of like pulls Velkin out and kind of like um mimics the arm movement that they did before, and then like just holds Velkin up.
You hear a voice in your head, Noozin, say, "May I?"
Yuza just kind of thinks, what does that mean?
Well, I also have words to say,
Okay, go for it.
but I need to use your lungs and vocal cords.
Fair enough.
You guys, so you feel kind of like a strain, like the same force you felt in the maze
Yeah.
take you over, and all of you watch as Noozin's tattoos begin to glow brightly. As Noozin's eyes take on that kind of teal that you've come to associate with Velkin, and Noozin says, 2,000 years ago, you helped us push back the scourge that was Roran Solve. And many of you volunteered to help us when he rose again. The time has come. While some of you, and you feel your head turn and look at Bathos, may not think that these are the people you want them to be, I assure you that the original locksmiths chose each of them for a reason. Now I'm going to ask you, are we going to fall, like many did, to our own internal squabbles? And you kind of see the soldiers kind of like turning and looking at each other. And then he just says, or are we going to win this war again? And then you get control of your body back. He goes, that didn't sound as regal as it did in my head.
Newsom just thinks to him, well, that's one thing we have in common.
Lulin, you hear a voice in your head say, oh, boss, can I say something?
Lulu's just going to immediately look at Noozin. And just look like General. Basebreaker has some words.
Newsom kind of nods to Lulin and relinquishes the front position.
Nama's gonna lean to Elliot and go, God, what a snooze fest.
Lulin, Mazebreaker kind of just goes, just lay me against the railing, boss. I can't. I'll project my form, so to speak, so they can see me.
Understood, sir. And
Did you just call me sir? No, none of that shit.
I'm sorry. I'm in the.
You're in the mindset. I
Sorry.
get it. It's been a very
Yeah.
productive day.
Lulu's just gonna set him down and just stand at attention.
As he sets him down, you watch as the hammer transforms back into Mazebreaker. Just this 20-foot tall giant. And he looks out over the crowd and in a booming voice says, let's go smash some fucking skulls! And the entire army just begins roaring in approval. And then as he like starts to shrink back down in the hammer, he looks at you, News, and he goes, ah, Velkin, see? Always did like me better, you fucking grouch. It just turns back into a hammer.
I like the idea that all of that was projected.
Yes, it was. Over the entire army.
Right then.
As the crowd kind of dims, Ashberg walks up next to you, Noozin, and goes, "So, what are your orders?"
Considering that we don't have a lot of your all's history, I think it would be good to strategize before I just send people out into the field.
Well, we assumed you would be leading us.
Well, yes, but we have to that is a decision I would like to make amongst my fellow locksmiths. I don't speak with the only voice of this group.
Understood. Well, your keep is yours to do with as you wish. When you need us, simply have one of the servants send a messenger into the lower city.
General, if I may, I think we should probably send word to our people.
Yes,
by
that
the
would be
river.
a good place to start. I think it would be advantageous to bring them here, as it seems that the city is better equipped than our group is.
Bothos looks at you, Elliot, and he goes, "I'll send my fastest scouts for you, sir."
I appreciate it.
And then he kind of just glares at Noozin and walks away.
Noozin snorts. Her ears are
Yeah.
already laid back.
What is
She-
that guy's deal?
Elliot's
just
going to
mad.
cast sending to the general at the river, or to one of the lead commanders, and say, "We have some scouts sending to get you. We found a safe place for you and your people."
Skamos just responds in your head, "Understood."
And while he's at it, Elliot's going to cast sending again to Professor Malum and say, "How dare you fail me? I do not regret banishing you."
Sending does not work across planes, so he does not receive
Yes, it does.
Oh, does it?
It has a 3. Yep, there's a chance of failure, but it does in fact
What's
work
the
across
chance?
planes. Let me
What is
look it
this
up.
chance?
Tell me
my
the chance, because if
God.
so, Tuesday's gonna be real fucking funny.
5% chance the message does not arrive.
Roll me a D100.
Ideal.
That's honestly not a bad, like,
Listen, I rolled-
percentage.
I rolled a 2.
Yep.
You're
37.
It sends. Remember that for Tuesday.
Oh
Ideal.
my
I'm gonna
God,
bring it
I
up
can't
randomly
wait.
during the session. So if you want to just message
Malum.
me exactly what you said.
I can't wait for you all to be in the middle of the fight, and you're just gonna be like, Malum. And he's like, what? You hear a voice in your head.
It'd be
He's
even
like,
better if
"God
Malum's
damn
on
it."
like the brink of death, and it's just, "I don't regret banishing you. You shouldn't have failed me."
Oh. Malum's one of those professors that thinks that their class is the most important class that everyone is taking.
So true.
We're getting so much Malum lore in our
Assigns 10 hours of homework.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Malum is just a trigonometry teacher.
He expects you all to do like 5 hours of lab work.
Anyways, you are all free to do what you wish with the keep. Or inside the keep.
Lulun would like to speak with Lord Ashberg.
Alright.
Um,
Privately?
yes.
Okay. So he'll step aside with you into just like a set of private offices that are off in the other wing of the keep.
Mhm.
What are the rest of you doing?
Noozin probably look at Lyra and say, Lyra, we're gonna need books.
Oh my god, I'm so excited. and Lyra would actually have sought New out as well.
Yeah.
Sought Ashberg out as well.
Or Noozin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nom, what are you doing?
Nam's gonna finally head into his room.
Do you remember
Yeah,
what I
figure-
described the inside of your room as?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, so Nom's room, for those who weren't here last time, because I know some people weren't, in one corner of it is just a luxurious like chair made out of pillows, so he can sleep with his back to the wall, and in the other corner of it is all the shit he's ever stolen. And Elliot, what are you doing?
Thinking really hard about this 25-word message.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
so
I figure the rest of us head back to our keep area in general.
yeah. So Lulin, Ashberg leads you into like a private study, and he goes, "How can I help you?"
I would like to have more information about something. Considering that you seem to be type of the leader here, you might be able to point me in the right direction of whom I need to speak to. But while we were down at Stipvale, I connected with some magical energy, and I was able to feel the emotions and the presence of all the world trees.
Oh,
I want to know how I can better myself for the world trees.
I'm not sure I understand.
I down in Stipvale, there's a area called the Barrows, which used to be the roots of the world tree, and I had imbued my magic in with the roots of the world tree down in Stipvale, and I was able to sense emotions coming from each and every one of the world trees, even from across the continent. At this specific time, I would like more information about that. I want to seek more knowledge about what makes the world trees connected and how was I able to feel them and hear them. How was I able to communicate with the world tree? How was I want more knowledge. I just want more knowledge about this. Being a Minotaur, we're so fascinated with nature, but that experience was nearly overwhelming. And I want more of that.
I will do what I can to get you the information you seek, Master Lulin, but I do not know. Nobody here has ever convened with the World Tree. So I'm not sure how much information I'll be able to find in our records, but I'll set our scholars to it.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Absolutely. Is there anything else I can help you with?
That seemed to be all.
All right. Lyra and Noozin.
Okay. So Lyra's gonna come up to News and kind of touch her arm and say, "So, what all has happened since I've been out?"
Oh, that's true. You probably weren't awake for a majority of that, but
No, I remember dying that time in the in the maze, and I don't really
Yeah.
remember much after or anything.
after that, you were pretty weak. So I was keeping, tabs on you as we made our way back through the maze again. And we got trapped at another dead end. And when we figured out the puzzle, Bathos and his band of were creatures were there to greet us and demanded that we hand you over. To which I gave them a resounding fuck you. And took him on head to head. But he sent the rest of his group after Lulin, and eventually they killed Lulin, sending us back to the beginning of the maze. But you weren't with us.
They just
So-
attacked Are we safe
Yes.
here?
You know, I do not trust Bathos as far as I can throw him. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that he has an issue with me, but I don't think that he'll try anything. It seems like, he has a grudge about whatever happened to them in the past, but as far as what that specifically alludes to, I'm not entirely sure.
Why did they want to take me and not the rest of us? I mean, someone said something about my mom, but
Yeah, apparently both of us have a family history that kind of wronged this city. Olfast being the original wielder of Mazebreaker is apparently, Mazebreaker is apparently what he used to release Minotaurs from the maze in the first place. So,
oh,
when we got to the city, you were brought in by his group to they said they wanted to question you, that you needed to pay for your mother's crimes, but they were very non-specific. And when I arrived, I was told that I could not enter the city unless I gave up my family name. So, Noozin Stormhorn no longer. And that she has a distinct pained look on her face at saying that.
I'm sorry, Noozin.
It is quite an unusual circumstance. Most Minotaurs that give up their family names are in the process of earning a new one, and or have already done some great feat that has earned them a name. So to be a Minotaur who is nameless is one of the more shameful things you can be. So you'll forgive me if I'm not my usual chipper self. Which kind of scoffs a little bit.
Well, Noozin, you can never be shameful. You're the bravest person I know.
I appreciate the kind words. I wish I believed it.
Well, I'll believe it enough for the both of us.
But regardless, I think it would be good to kind of get a sense of what the original locksmiths did. When they even told us about the prophecy, I asked Velkin directly about it, since they said that he wrote it, and he said he didn't remember, so I don't think that any of our tool people will be particularly helpful in forming a plan.
So what you're saying is we need to do some research. She looks very excited.
Yes, Lyra, we do need to do some research. She just kind of grins.
Lyra smiles, and then it falters a little bit. But wait, they said I need to pay for my mother's crimes? Am I a prisoner here?
I don't think so. They gave you back to us the moment we got in the city, and said it was maybe a misunderstanding. It was very unclear. It felt to me like they acted on their own, and then maybe got reprimanded once they got back with you. If I had to guess.
Oh. Okay, I see why you're wary then. Well, anyway.
Not a fan.
Nothing to clear your head like a couple hours of research, am I right?
It's just kind of like, it's like a slow blink, and she's just like, yes.
And
Us
Lyra's
cow
gonna...
people don't read. We lack things.
Lyra's gonna get to work looking through her library and the books that y'all placed for her. For that information. What exactly did the last locksmith do?
Give me a history check, yeah.
I will also, Yeah, I was gonna say I would also assist Lyra. Like,
Okay, good. Okay, so I'll
Elliot,
roll-
I have something for you, actually. So
Okay,
you're not gonna
that's
help
right.
them.
Okay.
Newsom will give
that's
you
one.
assistance by taking down books from high shelves and giving them to you.
Incredible.
Otherwise, she would have just not gotten that information, you know?
Yeah, exactly. If she can't reach,
If she
22,
can't reach,
that's not
she
bad.
won't teach.
Just spend a lot of time just reaching up on your tippy
Yeah.
toes.
So are you researching
building
are you
ladders.
researching the last locksmith?
Yeah, specifically what they did.
So the
I-
most recent references to the last locksmith that you can find refers to them by the name Elaria. Elaria. And the last references you can find to them references how they abandoned the city.
Is there references to what the circumstances of that abandonment are, and also how long ago that
There is not references to time because time is kind of not really a thing here.
Okay.
But there are references to them abandoning their cause for selfish reasons.
Are there any pictures of this Ilaria?
There are not. Almost like you can see places where there should have been pictures, but it almost seems like they have been removed.
Lyra's just kind of thoughtfully tracing her finger over the place where the pictures had once been. And she turns to Newson and she says, I think maybe we should ask someone here about this Ilaria.
You do find reference to the fact, though, that Ilaria was not the first locksmith to leave the city.
Ooh, okay.
And over the last, over however long the city's been here, eventually all of them left.
seems like this city kind of sucks.
Uh,
My vibes are accurate.
Elliot, as you're walking back inside, or I guess as you're walking over to Noozin and Lyra,
We're
Bothos
just in Lyra's room on the floor, surrounded by
Yeah.
books.
No, I meant
Yeah.
outside before that happened.
Oh, got it.
Bothos walks up to you and goes, "We should talk."
Yeah, got some advice for me?
Not really advice, so to speak, but we should talk. If you wanna
All right.
come with me.
I'll
That
follow
happened right behind us. Newson would have probably heard Bothos' voice and like looked over her shoulder to glare at him.
It was probably like 20 feet away. So you could give me a
Got it.
perception check because you're talking to someone.
Okay. I'm real good at those. Oh, that's actually not too bad. 18 total.
You can hear him talking to Elliot.
Yeah, I just glare at him.
He glares.
Not at Elliot, specifically at that guy.
He's not paying attention to you.
Yeah, well, I don't care.
Paying you no mind.
I just want to know. I just want to know that I fucking hate him.
He begins heading down the steps, Elliot.
Elliot will follow.
Alright, he leads you down the steps and out the gates of the city to where you saw all the tents and all that set up earlier. And he leads you into a large tent where there's inside the tent is just a single table with several chairs around it. And he sits down in one of the chairs and gestures to you to sit across from him. And then he pours several small cups of tea and passes one across to you.
I'll take some tea. I love tea.
I think we
Haven't
need to
had
be
tea
clear
in a
on
long
something.
time.
Okay.
Those of us outside the walls, we didn't make any deal like those Kalishtar did.
Well, how did you end up here then?
He points to the amulet on your chest. Or the brooch on your jacket.
I see. You were drawn in same as me then.
We follow him. And by proxy, we follow you.
I see.
And his face kind of softens a little bit, and he goes, "What I need to know is, are you going to get my people killed?"
I'm going to do everything in my power to keep as many people safe as I can. And I will fight for our people.
He kind of looks at you, he goes, "Your people now? Or the people you had before?"
What do you mean?
Well, unlike all of us, you weren't always like this. Are you fighting for the Lycan? Or are you fighting for the elves? I need to know that our people aren't just cannon fodder in your war. Like they were the
The
first time.
elves are not on my good side. The elves cause death and destruction everywhere they go. I do not fight for the elves. Being turned into a Lycan has given me great power to protect those who I love, and I have great respect for that. And I will do everything in my power to prevent us from being cannon fodder.
Then we're on the same page. My forces
Very
follow
good.
you wherever you go. Elliot Burning Oak.
I appreciate that. I really do. Now, to help keep them safe, I need to know what they can and cannot do. Let's talk specialty. And PT, if you want to just like you don't have to stick to this conversation, but I think Elliot would probably talk to this guy for hours.
Okay, let's do that.
Just about each regiment and all that.
Yep. Lulin, after you're done talking to Ashberg, where are you going? Okay, cool. Nom, what are you doing in your room?
Nam is probably gonna spend most of his time being bewildered on how they got all of this stuff in this room. Not putting together at all that they're like duplicates.
Nom finding something in the pile, checking his pockets.
Yeah.
I can't believe they have one of these too. It even has the thing I wrote on it.
Are you gonna
Does
test
not-
out your bag?
Oh, is there another bag in there now?
There is not.
Oh man, that would have been cool. Sure, I'll test out the bag now. Do I have to like say something before I reach into it, or
What do you feel like you need in this moment?
all right? If this bag is really what those people said it was, I want to have us start talking to those other 3 kobolds right now.
You reach into the bag, and you hear kind of like a screech, and then you pull all 3 kobolds out of the bag in their trench coat. They just kind of tumble out onto the floor, and one of them looks up and goes, "Where is we?
You're here.
Where is here? How we get here?"
I pulled you out of this bag. Did you guys leave me this?
Yes. And then one of the kobolds turns to the other and goes, "You say bag no work that way," and just smacks him.
I was just making sure it wasn't gonna blow me up or something.
One of them walks up and goes, "Give bag."
No. I will. You guys can get back in if you want.
No, give bag. I fix.
What do you mean fix?
Bag no's supposed to be able to pull people.
Yeah, but what if I need you guys for something?
We know what you pull us through bag.
But why? It could be fun. We could hang out.
Oh, you think fun? And one of them whips out a bag from under their cloak, reaches into it, and you feel something just grab your tail. And then you feel yourself, like, compacted as you are just dragged through this bag and thrown out. Was fun? You enjoy?
Well, no, but like, is there a way I can warn you guys or something that I'm about to pull you out?
Not how work. Give back, we fix.
What if we get like a communication type of thing, and I'm like, hey guys, I'm about to pull you out, and then I pull you out.
Still no fun.
It could be. I could put. What if I pulled you out the top of a slide or something?
That not how work.
No, like I pulled you out, and I was standing on the top of a slide, and you guys fell out of my bag and then slid down the slide.
How does sound fun, you?
All right. You guys. So you guys don't want to be pen pals then, or anything?
You can pull out note to Kobold. Just no pull Kobold.
Wait, but I can't send you guys the notes through the bag though. That's not how that. Like I can't put things in the bag and then it goes to you guys.
You put note in pocket. We get from our bag.
Oh, I see. Okay, can we have like a notebook then for that? Like a specific one so that I know like what I'm looking for?
One of the kobolds just begins rummaging through your pile and tossing stuff into their bag.
Hey, what are you? That's my stuff, I think. I'm not actually sure how all of that got in here.
You his kobold friend?
Yeah.
Kobold friend stuff, our stuff.
Or well, are you at least putting it in our like community bag thing that we got going on now?
Bag no work that way either.
Well, then how am I supposed to get this note to you if I'm writing you guys notes?
Kobold bag give kobold what need.
Okay, so if I need that stuff that you're taking right now, will I take it from you, or...?
Yes.
Okay.
Nom's tiny mind is being blown.
See, look,
that's interesting.
like Kobold want book on magic, and it reaches into the bag. And Rosie, you just watch the book you're holding disappear from your hand. And they pull it out, they just throw it at you, Nom.
Nom's gonna catch it and go, whoa! Wait, really? I could just anything. What limits do I have here?
Kobold not know.
Really?
Kobold not make bag.
Huh.
Kobold get bag
Alright.
from bag.
Well, I
Kobold
guess I'll
think
just be...
Kobold need good gift for Nom. And Kobold
Well,
pull bag
I
out of bag.
appreciate it. Wait, so I can pull another bag out of this one?
Kobold not know. Maybe?
I could really use another one of these bags, and a Nom reaches in.
You watch the bag disappear from his hands, and all three kobolds look up at you, and then you just watch one of them slide on brass knuckles.
All right, okay. I didn't know it would take yours.
Good no. Only two bag exist.
Or it was just like a really, like, a high probability. Let me try again. And then Nom reaches.
I need to roll some fucking dice.
Oh my god.
What was that? I'm waiting for the dice to appear on the other screen. They crit failed! You just watch as one of them goes to take a swing at you. And as they do, you pull the bag out and hold it out, and he trips through one bag and comes out the other, and is just standing there looking terrified. And then just reaches out and grabs the bag back from you.
Alright, well, fair enough. So I guess this is goodbye then.
Well, where we go?
I don't know, you guys can't just hop back in the bag?
Not how bag work.
Oh. Well,
Kobold
Well,
need
we're in.
the kobold. It's like all gathered together. One of them goes, "Kobold need magic jacket," and they pull one out of the bag, put it on, and then you just watch as the jacket just falls to the ground as the kobolds are gone.
Hey, now you
Alright.
got a magic jacket.
About half a second later, you just see a hand reach out of space, grab the jacket, and rip it, just rip it away, and it just disappears from sight.
Huh. Well, they forgot to fix my pouch, so.
True.
Well, this is neat. Now, What does Nam want then? Now that he knows that it's not a trap. I'll think on it.
Lyra just had a book snatched out of her hands and it did
Right?
not come back. The kobolds
Yeah.
took it with them. I'd probably just like, you'd be like, my book's gone. And like Noozin would be like staring at a map and just hand you another book.
Yeah, how does that interaction go down? Let's actually cut to Lyra and Noozin. Lyra, you just watched the book that you were pretty sure still had a picture in it just get ripped out of your hands.
I don't think that book liked me very much. It just disappeared.
It's a book. I don't think they have opinions. Noozin kind
Books
of looks
are
up from the
fairly
map she's
clever.
looking at.
Books are fairly clever, you know. That's really disappointing.
What?
Maybe it just went back to its shelf.
Maybe. Noozin gets up and walks over to where they pulled it from.
There is a single spot in this entire room where there is not a book on a shelf. Like every other book you've pulled out, Noozin, has been immediately replaced by another book.
Mm-hmm.
There is a single spot where there is just no book.
Noozin kind of like looks at the spot, looks back at Lyra, and just says, I think that your book just like did a jailbreak.
Can Nam like knock on the door?
It's that L space, library space. It's
Yeah.
really rough.
Are you
You
thinking
saved it
about
to
going to
them.
Lyra's room?
Yeah, Nam is like, oh my god, I gotta show the rest of
A-
the guys this.
A small door appears on the wall.
Like
Like a
Oh.
second door.
like directly into the other room
You don't know. It's a closed door.
in my room.
Yes.
This shows up.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So then I guess whoa, it's a door. I'm gonna open it.
You open it and you can see like you can very clearly tell that this door exits under a bed.
Nam's gonna crawl out from under the bed.
Yeah, you guys just watch as Nam comes crawling out from under the bed. But
Guys,
under the bed as he stands
I
up,
like to
you
think
just hear a
Lyra, like,
door slam.
jumps.
Nam stands up with the book and the pouch in his hand. He's gonna be like, guys, this pouch is so cool.
Wait,
Lyra just goes, ah! What?
what? Were you under there this whole time?
I was not. I
There's a
was
kind
in
of-
my room.
Walks over and lifts up the bed.
There is nothing under the bed.
She sets it
What?
back down.
There was a door there. Like a couple seconds ago, I swear there was a door and I came in from my room.
You know, you don't have to like hide under the bed. To come
No,
in
I
here.
wa-
Like,
no,
this
I
wasn't-
wa-
We
I
weren't like
wasn't.
having a private meeting. You could have just come with us.
No, I pulled our kobold friends out from this pouch and they got a little mad at me, but then they showed me what the pouch could do. And they threw this
Oh.
book at me.
Oh my god, my book! I thought it just didn't like me.
No, the kobolds just snatched it.
That's
They can just take my books.
Yeah, look, see here, take the book.
Okay, grab it.
I would really like that specific book right now. And then I reach into the pouch.
You just watch a small, scaly Nom hand appear on the book, and then he just rips it through the bag.
Isn't that cool?
So
I
that
don't
means
like
the
this
kobolds
gift.
have been stealing things from people around the world when they've been finding them. That's something.
But if we need their help, I think I can just pull them out of the bag, which I'm not gonna do right now because they were supposed to fix it, but I distracted them and they forgot.
Wow, dang. Good planning, Nom.
It's crazy being able to steal people. That's like a whole step up for me. I've been stealing things.
I think that's technically kidnapping.
Yeah?
Hey, I learned from the best, am I right?
Well,
Are you implying that you learned that from your and Lyra's mother?
No, from you guys as a whole. For me.
Oh, wait. We learned from you?
No,
we
no,
kidnapped
I
them
learned
all
from
in
you.
the beginning.
Nizza just sits on the ground and is like, I don't have the energy for this.
Do you want some chocolate milk?
No! Of course I don't want chocolate milk. She just
Oh.
gestures to herself.
As your arms in the bag, Nom.
What about chocolate flavored water?
How about ale?
Oh, I can get that, I guess, too.
Nom, give me a d20 check. Because that was something I was supposed to do, but you were having a lesson. So
Oh, okay.
so you
A
have to roll an
D20.
18 or higher to get the exact item you need, and if you roll below that and not a crit fail, you just get an item that's very similar.
I got a
Oh my
10.
He pulls out an empty mug.
Well,
Well,
that's about 50% of it.
here, let me try and get the liquid, too.
Ale.
Roll it again.
You stick the mug in and then bring it back out.
Oh, God. It was at an 18, and then it just went to 2.
Nom reaches it. Are you reaching it with the mug or your hand?
Yeah, I'm reaching in with the mug.
Nom, when you pull your hand out, the mug is gone and your hand is just dripping ale.
Well,
That's the other half of the equation, but minus the first half. I appreciate the attempt at least.
I can wring out my hand or something.
No, I'm good, thanks.
Lulin, Elliot, what are you two doing?
Lulin was on his way to meet up with Lyra and Noozin.
So at this moment, you hear a knock on the door. Are you guys opening it?
Yeah, Noozin will get up and go open the door.
Lyra's too engrossed in her book.
Lulin is standing there staring at an empty mug, absolutely confused.
Hey,
Lulin,
wait.
you just watched as your mug disappeared and all the ale dropped onto the ground. And then the mug reappeared and the ale was gone.
I just saw a mug kind of like that. She
So
swings
you're the one
door
that
all the
stole
way
my
open.
drink.
How would I have done that? I've been in this room.
You're a sly one. I always knew my best student would get the best of me.
Noozin's like, this is too much. Just turns around and walks back to the suspiciously Noozin-sized hole in the books all over the floor.
Nom, from now on for that roll, by the way, you're gonna use sleight of hand.
Okay. Nice.
Alrighty.
That'll make getting an 18 a lot easier.
I figured. Wait till you see what happens if you try and pull a creature out and fuck it up, though.
Well, Lulin, up to this point, we found out that there is some locksmith that left the city on her own, and it seems like the city was quite offended by it, because she's been written out of every book, or...
To be
I guess-
clear, every reference to Ilaria references them as they, so you're not sure if it's male or female.
Okay, they.
Yep.
I just kind of assumed...
Yeah, I
thought
mean,
it sounded kind of feminine.
yeah. But, you know, elves are fucky-wucky sometimes.
That's true. That's true. Okay, they appear to have left the city, and the city seems to have not liked that because they've removed every photo of them from every book that references them at all.
It's almost like it's almost like the glass part of the stained glass that's missing makes a lot more sense now.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't even know how I feel about this city, to be quite frank. I think that I don't like Bathos at all. He seems petty.
I'm not a fan either.
Elliot,
And,
are you returning at about this point?
Yeah, probably. After what, like 25 minutes, 30 minutes of talking.
Yeah, it doesn't take that long to get to the edge of the city.
Yeah.
Like, the city is very tall, but not particularly wide.
I see. That makes sense. I think Elliot, on the way back in, is going to stop in the dining hall to see if the table is still working.
It is.
He's going to grab some blood sausage and, like, a rack of ribs on the way back to the room.
So as you head back to the
Neat.
room, you see Lulin standing in the store, and you have just witnessed him watch his ale splash to the floor, and then just watch it disappear and watch his mug just fall on the floor and clatter. As he heads into Lyra's
Stranger
room.
Things. Elliot will follow, knock on the door a few seconds later.
God, it's so loud in here. I'm trying to read, you guys.
Well, we've done a lot of reading, Lyra. It's probably a good time to start strategizing based on the information that we found.
Actually, that's kind of a whole part of the reason why I came in here. I was hoping to see if you would have a book on the World Tree's magic. But it seems like you're already nose deep into some research yourself.
Sure are.
I mean, it seems like there's a book on everything in here.
Isn't it wonderful?
And if you guys don't have a book, I can get it, maybe. Who knows?
Maybe that's not a bad idea, honestly. I wouldn't even know where to start looking for something like that.
Like a catalog.
Well, what kind of catalog?
Like a library catalog, you know.
Is that's a kind of book?
Yeah, so here's the fun thing. It's a book that lists all the other books, but imagine for a moment if you wanted to list all of the books that included themselves. Okay?
I thought
Would that
No,
book
give me an intelligence saving throw to not have your brain just fucking break. Noozin do the same thing.
Oh my god.
I got a 9.
It's my favorite paradox.
Elliot's
You are-
gonna
you
come
are
in there
just-
and be like,
You are
"You
just
have a single
watching.
entry in
You
the
are-
catalog.
Elliot.
The catalog.
Alright, Lyra, you are just watching as you're talking about this. You're just watching Noozin and Nom's eyes just glaze over.
There's like, and that's why math doesn't work. Anyway, sorry, that was just kind of a tangent. She's gonna continue reading.
Well, to what I was originally talking about, the city seems safe, but I'm not sure how I feel about how fucking biased they are, especially Bathos. His specific problems with us don't lead me to trust him very much.
He seemed kind of chill to me.
Wait, so this catalog thing that you were talking about, is it
Uh-huh.
like it's a book that has all the other books in it, or just like the titles of the books?
Well, okay, for a thought experiment, it would have to include the other books. However, in reality,
Nusa just sighs
Barrett, I sent
loudly
you a
and says,
message.
Lyra, why don't you just ask your new magical book for a book on the world trees magic?
oh, okay, she does that.
Wait, so why would we need a log of cats? Or is it like,
No,
is that
only
what it?
only if they included themselves.
So do the library books in this catalog have the names of cats in them?
Well, no.
Newsom looks back at Elliot and says at his comment about Bathos and says, "I strongly disagree with that. That
All right, we don't have to agree.
well, we do. If we're going to work with these people, I need to know why you would trust that man when he stormed into our group, stole Lyra from us on unconscious, unprompted, killed Lulin with his group. What on earth would you trust in a person like that?
Well, he gave me control of the entire lycanthropic army.
Oh, he said he was sorry.
Sorry's me nothing.
He trusts me, so I trust him. It's as simple as that.
Well, that's not what my current
he
mom
trust you?
says.
You know, at the dinner table, he seemed to think that we were all underwhelming and largely too easy to fight. What changed his mind?
Well, I had a talk with him, and we're on a mutual page. We've come to an understanding.
Does he still want to arrest me?
Well, we didn't talk on that specifically, but I imagine you've been pardoned for your mother's crimes.
Seems kind of backwards to me.
I agree. I don't like it that he's decided to pick you specifically, Elliot, to give all this information to, and he's so willing to insult the rest of us to our faces. Seems like he's more
what?
interested in dividing us.
You're just caught up because you don't get to be the leader of everything anymore. Just because someone decided to trust me instead of you. Come
I
on.
never asked to be the leader, Elliot.
And yet here you are.
That guy
once
didn't even like
again-
my goddamn speech.
Being put into this position. And at any point, when we were standing in front of that massive group of troops, you could have spoken up as well. You just chose not to.
Lulin's
I
gonna
am not
put
the
his
leader.
hand on
You
Elliot's
have
shoulder.
the leading keymaker. Lockbreaker.
That doesn't mean that I am the leader. I never asked
You
for this
were selected
responsibility.
by the leader to hold the leader. That's who you are. That was your selection. It was not up to any of us. You were picked. I'm sorry. Whether or
And
not
so
you
now-
want to be the leader or not, here you are.
And yet,
Don't get mad at me just because these people trust me more than you. They've been used as cannon fodder in every war up until this point. And I told them I wouldn't let that happen again.
you'd think they'd recognize someone who's been through something quite similar then, wouldn't you? And yet, here we are. She kind of just gets up.
So you're angry they don't know your personal history?
I'm not asking them to know my personal history. I'm asking them if they want us to save their city, to at least show a modicum of respect. We gave up a lot to be here.
This isn't about the city. It's about the Locks. It's about the entire world. They're willing to give up their city, their privacy, their land to save us, to help us save the world.
Not without
You have to
expressing some
recognize
grudges.
that you have to recognize what they're willing to give up. We're not the only ones that have made sacrifices.
I
They've
never
lived in
said we were.
isolation for thousands of years.
But Elliot, this is assuming they're telling us the complete truth. Like, are we sure? Are we sure they're telling us the complete truth?
I've lived long enough to know that I can't know everything. But as of right now, I think I know enough to trust these people. And just because you guys don't, doesn't mean I'm willing to abandon that trust.
Listen, I love a little tension as much as the next guy, but I'm not really good with tension, so I'm gonna leave. If you guys need me, I guess just let me know. And then Nom is just gonna leave the room.
He goes back under the bed.
That's my question. Are you leaving from the door, or are you trying to crawl back under the bed to see if the door's
The door's
back?
not there anymore.
But are you checking to see if it reappears when you crawl under the bed?
Yeah, he'll like look under.
You see a small trap door under the bed.
Okay. I'm just gonna go to the trap door then.
Just watch Nom go, I'll be back, and he just crawls under the bed. Seems like a good enough place to end off for the week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tension.
Yeah.
It's a good spot. Y'all, that was some grade A
Purpose
roleplay.
splintered.
That was some grade A roleplay.
Nice.
All right, that was fun. It's a good time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you,
Elliot
everyone,
and
for
Noozin
joining us.
Tension.
As it should be, truly.
Mm-hmm.
True. I mean, I feel like it's something that's been building over time. You know.
It definitely has been.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us for this episode of Bits, Crits, and Halfwits. We'll hang out and talk for a bit if any of the players want to stick around.
Yeah, I can chill for a bit.
But just in case any of them have to leave, let's read them out. So we have Elliot Burning Oak, played by.
It's me, Malum, played by Isaac. See the layers?
The layers, yeah.
Like an ogre.
I don't know.
Like
There
an
it is.
ogre.
We have Lyra Dream Shadow, played by.
Hello, I am Rosie, one Rosie, yes, on Twitch and elsewhere.
We have Nom Dream Shadow, played by.
Me, Gentleman Ferret. I'm on Twitch, the good old Twitch.
We have Noozin, played by.
It's me, the Sky Tea.
The Art Lady.
The art lady. The cow extraordinaire.
And we have Lulin Boldspeaker, played by.
It me, Brimbo.
That was a good session.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, I stunned my players. I actually had a prophecy written.
You did.
True. I was shook.
I guess that's something we have to discuss next time too, is like actually unpack all that.
There was a lot
After,
to unpack there.
Me and Elliot are done yelling at each other. I don't know how that one's gonna end, to be honest.
I have a feeling I know
Nom wants
exactly
no
how.
parts in it.
I think I have a feeling exactly how it's going to end, and it's going to end with somebody screaming, "I am trying to read a book!"
That's how we
True,
should have ended
she's
it.
trying to read at everyone.
It should have been Lyra kicking us out.
I want you guys to know that roleplay was so fire that I muted my mic so I wouldn't accidentally interrupt it.
Yes.
Hell
Me and
yeah.
Elliot are gonna go brawl.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna walk into one of our rooms and go, "We want a boxing ring." And it's just gonna pop
Like,
up.
Just take
My
down
room is
Noozin's
already-
hammock, and it's pretty much a boxing
yeah, I was
ring.
gonna say my
True.
room is already an empty stone room. So
I hope that I waited for a good enough stop point there to speak up as Nam, but I know that Nam would not want to be there at all.
oh yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Nom, do you like Ferret? Do you like Nom's gift?
Yes. It's great.
My gift is fucked. Everybody else got really. Why do I keep getting the short end of the stick? Everyone else gets really nice, thoughtful gifts, and Noozin gets handed a hollowed out Minotaur horn, along with no more name. Like, my first reaction to that was, oh, now Olfast wants to give me something.
Good. That's the reaction I was hoping for.
Fucker. Oh my god.
Nobody said the trauma wasn't coming.
Damn it!
Also, nobody said I listened to
believe
chat
this.
on who should get traumatized. Although I'd imagine Nom getting pulled through a bag was pretty traumatic for him.
That's the trauma. The nom trauma.
The
The Tronama.
no.
The nama.
Tronama.
Did you forget that the kobolds were supposed to fix my bag, or?
No,
Did
I
the
just thought your
kobold-
distraction was good enough that it worked.
Oh, okay, cool.
Also, there were 3 kobolds again.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
The
good
team's
catch.
back together.
I'll just let you know, Nom, that if you try and pull a creature out of that and fail the roll, it's gonna look like a bloody mess.
Ugh.
Derek's coming back.
Oh my
We're gonna be
god.
okay with it though. Good lunch.
Man, imagine if we'd had that when we were fighting Derek. It's just like, nah, pull him out of the bag.
Nom watching Elliot throw the drug. Oh, absolutely not. Reaches through time and space and grabs it.
Oh yeah, I can so if I see okay, so does that work precisely as well? Like if I see someone trying to aim a bow at us, right? Can I be like, I want that bow and then take it?
I guess you'll have to find out.
All right.
Ba-ba-da-ba.
It's gonna come down to a lot of trial and error.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. I can't wait for Tuesday.
It's gonna be
That's
so
gonna be
good.
so good.
I can't wait
Sounds
for
like-
tomorrow when Gwain's mouse is going to be giving an elaborate speech inside his cage.
As a little ghost.
Thanks, Chloe. We appreciate y'all too. I appreciate everybody who comes and watches these.
Every time you say Chloe, I freak out. I'm like,
Yeah.
Get doxed.
Oh my
get
god.
doxed.
But you're Lyra.
Yeah, and Rosie. There's layers.
You just dox
Yeah,
yourself.
so many layers.
Yes.
And one.
True. No one's
true.
ever told me that before.
Hello, one.
I just realized that both of the people going to Colorado for grad school are Chloe.
I know. Like, is
It's
that
gonna be
me?
like the Spider-Man
Is
man
there a-
name.
Please do. Please. If you both
Stand
end up there,
pointing at each
if you
other.
both end up there, I will have you meet up just to make that meme.
Chloe.
Oh my god.
But what was everyone's favorite part? Elliot?
Sitting on the baby
Jeez.
chair.
Yeah.
I had a lot of
Um,
favorite parts this stream.
This is a
The baby
really
chair was
good
pretty
one.
good.
It was so funny. I mean, I always love doing some serious role play, but like, I was just cracking up through so much of this.
I loved the serious roleplay, and then I think my favorite scene was when you guys walked back into the Echo Room and MZ was just beating up Velkin's copy while Velkin was just hanging out.
That's pretty good.
That's good.
My
Nom's-
favorite, my
Nom's
favorite top
serious
10.
roleplay was tonight. That's just how he be.
True, Nom's always pretty
Yes.
serious.
Yeah.
Top tier nom roleplay for sure.
Actually, my favorite description was the kobold just pulling on the brass knuckles when Nom took their bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fifi says that the bag part was their favorite in chat as well.
Magic
What do you guys
shenanigans
like,
are
chat?
fire. Oh yeah, chat. What
Yeah.
was your favorite part?
What was your favorite part?
I feel like that was such a fake. What are your opinions when we were just talking to ourselves?
Well, I didn't give Nom emotional trauma, so we know what I think of chat's opinions.
Tree was good.
I agree with Minoru. My favorite part was the top 10 favorite trees.
It
That's
was so good.
Ferret, did you expect me to stop you at some point?
Nope.
No, we were all committed to letting
I was
that go all the way
ready.
through.
Yeah.
I was ready. I was ready. If you stopped me, it was so be it. But if not, I had the whole speech.
I love the fact that you got to the last one, you're like, and the final tree, and Elliot's like, world tree, Nom.
And he was like, "Oh yeah, those exist."
Literally standing in front of one.
Yeah.
Nom getting yelled at
There's
for
gotta be
bringing
like
a
a little
person out of the
animatic
bag.
of that, where he's tearing pages off one at a time. He gets to the last one, and Elliot's like, "World tree," and he's like, "Oh," and he tears it off and redraws a big tree.
A different tree too. I said like the rainbow eucalyptus or something.
Yeah, it was the rainbow eucalyptus.
Yeah.
Chloe's favorite part was Nom pulling the kobolds out and being like, I can just bring you guys whatever. And the kobolds being like, oh yeah? You like how it feels? And just dragging him through the bag. Which also means that their bag's not fixed.
Yep.
Yeah.
What'd you all think of your gifts?
I
So
hated
good.
it.
I know
Lyra
you
got a
hated it.
Kindle.
Yeah, Lyra got the most perfect gift that could be given to her, truly.
With the Kindle Fire, you can play Angry Birds.
Lula,
Oh my god.
Lulin,
whoa.
what did you think of your gift?
I think of it as how Luna thinks of it. I accept it with great anxiety.
Perfect.
Because now Lulu is in charge of literally the next world tree.
Like, bruh, if you get your pocket wet, is it gonna sprout? Are you gonna be the tree? Like,
Lulin's like reaching into his pocket for hay, and the world seed is in the same one,
So-
and it's just crunch.
oh no!
Lulu doped into levels of a druid. Lulu becomes a great Deku tree.
I don't know why, I just had an image in my head of him accidentally swallowing the seed, and he's like, Nom, get it out of my stomach, and Nom's frantically pulling hay out of the bag. I'm fucking trying!
Oh, that's horrifying.
It's actually
No.
terrifying.
Yeah, that
Imagine
is-
the feeling of someone reaching into you to grab things out of your digestive system.
So here's
Actually,
another
do you
wild
even
thing.
have like nerves?
Which
I don't know if
stomach
you
is
do
it in?
Well, that's what I was gonna
Which
say.
one?
What stomach is it in?
It's so true.
Oh, no.
So now I'm just gonna.
You gotta feel around in each one.
Oh my god.
No, I very much enjoyed that we decided banishment was a funny prank.
Well, it would be if they were from your plane.
Exactly, and you just assume sometimes.
Yeah.
It also
Oh,
makes perfect
God.
sense in the lore of the other one, how Malum ended up in your
Does.
world.
It fits way too well.
Oh,
I'm shook.
fuck.
I wonder how many kids
Now
Malum
it's-
has in this world.
Oh no!
Oh,
Oh,
yes!
no.
My God, there's a whole other horde of them.
Hey,
in our
Elliot!
world.
You were wondering why you're a half-elf?
Oh no!
That's why you're spiritually connected.
Why my family sent me
No.
to that university on the other side of the country? Oh god!
Oh my God.
I mean,
Whoa.
You're not my dad.
no. Canonically, your dad is the elf.
Oh my God.
Or is he?
No, he is.
Or is
He
he?
is. I'm not making Malum his dad, too.
I mean, Malum could just be a stepdad.
Malum is everybody's dad.
Malum could absolutely be the stepdad.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the no there.
Yeah, Chloe says that you would only get the spicy fingers from Lulin's stomach, but the scaly hand provides some protection. Did we ever settle? Wait, oh fuck, Ellie left! I can't ask if sharks have scales!
Oh, they do.
Ha! Ha! Ha!
I don't know
It's
what
just
was
a
so funny.
special kind of scale.
Yeah, because they're like a special keratin blend. They're really weird.
Yeah.
They're also super cool.
Well, specifically, it's that if you slide your hand the wrong direction up a shark, it'll just cut the shit out of your hand.
Yeah.
So it doesn't feel like scales.
They're
if you
also
have
almost
touched a shark.
bulletproof.
That's wild.
Yeah. There has
I do
been
not know that, so
there-
I cannot confirm that fact.
there has been also sharks like to rig. So the thing you do if you're getting big sharks is you bring them into the boat and then you essentially hit them with what is essentially like a shotgun. Like it's like a condensed like gunpowder and it's supposed to just go kill the shark instantly, right?
So anyway, D&D.
Fine then. I'll just throw sharks at the next one of you fuckers who gets on a boat.
Oh no.
That's fine
Well,
because
this
it'll
is
be
so
D&D
cool.
Slowly
related.
eat her.
That's fair. I had a blast this session.
Mhm.
Yeah, this was a
was
good
good.
one.
We got a lot of really good world building in. Many
that
lessons were learned.
So many of our intense roleplay sessions are between Noozin and Elliot, because we did that same thing when we were discussing whether the world trees were alive. We started that
True.
argument, the two of us,
Oh, the tension between those two I expect will come to a head at some point.
at some point.
I
With
mean,
great
it already
honor.
kind of came to a
Yeah.
head when Velkin took over Noozin, and I don't think that's really helping how Elliot feels.
That, yeah, also
True.
true.
Noozin hasn't mentioned that it wasn't Noozin at the helm.
Yeah. We never talked about it. Look, all I'm saying is, if we continue this fight in the other one, I feel like it's just we're gonna have to air out a lot of dirty laundry all at once.
I guess you're gonna have to find out if Elliot can eat chocolate.
He doesn't want it. All
Wow.
he wants is blood
These are,
sausage.
yeah, I was gonna say these are big questions. But
I need to figure out where the fuck chocolate would even come from on this continent.
the
The
bird
Dryad?
continent, the birds
Oh,
Oh,
There's
true.
Birds control the
from the
chocolate.
bourgeoisie.
the bourgeoisie.
I mean- Yeah.
They would.
Right?
That's my favorite contribution to this entire world was creating bourgeoisie.
News and Clue's drink of choice at her tavern is a chocolate ale.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Canon. I think my favorite thing about these D&D sessions is that things just become canon for no reason whatsoever.
I'm still
It's
writing down that
improv.
Professor Malum nonsense. It's so good.
Ugh.
Oh. And I can't wait for Malum to discover that it was Elliot who banished him. Like,
Wait, but also, how did that happen? Like, did he know how to banish people?
It's
no, I bet it's
probably
just a scroll.
yeah, like a scroll that he got from the library or something. Or I was gonna say, like, if Malum was probably teaching there for a while, so maybe there were upperclassmen that also annoyed him, and Elliot just used his charisma to convince them that it was a good idea.
Mm.
Well,
True.
Chloe, if it's an itch in your brain that you can't reach, I guess you'll have to come back for the next D&D session to find out.
Damn.
That's how we keep viewers.
So true.
Buy
so true.
hostage.
True.
Yes.
Man, we really do know how to steal people.
I learned from the best. Oh, fuck you, Ferret.
What? You don't.
I don't think that person will be live much longer.
Oh, okay. My bad.
All good.
They're one of my favorite streamers.
Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Glad to hear it.
Are there no D&D channels that are live right now?
Let me there is one, but let me double check that they're actually streaming their own thing this time.
Oh yeah, and that it's not they're
A
not
host.
hosting someone.
Yeah, they are. All right, everyone.
Okay, there you go.
I'm gonna toss you over to Tabletop RPG Academy. Thanks for
Heck
being
yeah.
here, everyone. I had a blast this session. Couldn't have come on a better day. But
Yes.
thank you all for being here. We will be live again tomorrow night at 7 o'clock Central with the Long Night campaign. And then Tuesday at 7:30, we will have the No More Light campaign. There will be no
Honestly-
Thursday stream this week because I have to work.
Oh yeah.
It's just-
Honestly, if I didn't have T&D brain rot before, tomorrow's definitely gonna be sketching. Like, I still have to sketch Squall riding the Bone Devil, and now I'm gonna have to sketch fucking Nom giving a tree speech, and Elliot just nudging him like world tree. I'm just gonna be drawing shit from these.
Anyways, guys, go give all these great people a follow. And until next time,
Yeah.
stay cool, stay in school, and stay techno. We'll catch you then.